Big Dog Chico
in the building. Okay.
It's gonna be a good one tonight, baby.
We bouncing back. We bouncing back like Juve.
Woo-wee.
We still believe.
It's finna get ugly off in here, baby.
Believe.
That boy got the hoodie on, boy. That boy say, "You dog it."
Oh.
My goodness, boy.
We live.
We all the way live. Boy. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Chico. This is the Prime Debate, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Hayes and Big Dog Chico, Big Dog and Coach Hayes. I see myself live in the back over the shoulder up in there. I'm the Prime Debate off in here. What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
Yes, sir, with the blesser. We up in here, man, live. We had to come and rejuvenate, you know what I mean, and bounce back like a basketball, like Juvenile, and get all this stuff off of us and let go of the past and move forward. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing right now. And that's where we at right now. Look at you laughing like you happy. What's going on?
I'm laughing.
You in a happy space right now, Coach Hayes?
No, far from me. I'm laughing because a lot of people are so quick to move on, but I believe in order before you to reach the future, you must know your past. And we definitely got to talk about this past ass whipping. That's what we got to talk about. Yeah.
Past. Okay. Nice little play on words right there. I like that. But listen, dog, whatever you want to say is all good. It happens. 29-point blowout or 29-point lead blown after half. Nothing to be happy about, nothing to look on and say we're gonna build off of this, although we were heading in that direction. At halftime, it was a big smile. By the end of the third, it was a straight face and a frown. You know what I'm saying? So things just got all messed up, discombobulated.
That's what it looked like too. Like discombobulated.
Yeah, like I'm all messed up right now. That's what we just got off the same page. You know what I'm saying? Everybody seemed like they were a little bit more relaxed than they needed to be at the time. A little premature-ish, and we lost focus, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Debbie kind of said, "What does Coach know about Juvenile?" Whoa, yeah.
Come on, now. Come on. Let me see. You talk about that Juve? Huh? Huh?
That 400.
Juve? You don't know about that Juve, that 400 degree. And that's what it was in Colorado. It might have been 40 degrees in the air, but it was 400 degrees on that grass. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Listen, real quick, before we give a little shout out to a couple people, I want to say this. That game was played on Friday the 13th. And boy, was it a horror story. 13, and ironically, 13, the wide receiver.
Wow. They didn't even put that together yet. Friday the 13th.
Did you see my thumbnail?
Did
you see my thumbnail?
You didn't send me the thumbnail. I didn't get to see your thumbnail. Share it on here. You put it in the brand, put it in there and share it on here as an overlay.
I'm getting ready to open it right now, because let me tell you something. That's one thing to think of. I'm like, what in the world? Let me see if I can open this deal up here. Coach a little old, so you got to work with your boy.
It was their first time.
Bro, I'm saying to myself.
So, yeah, they relaxed and lost focus. The players, not the coaches, Not the first time it has happened in football. They'll recover, is what the Brazil show said. Shouts out to Brazil or Brazil, as this couple told me while I was out here, and I met a couple from Brazil. Said, no, we from Brazil. So, okay, my bad, Brazil. It's Brazil, not Brazil. There it is, guys.
That's
the Friday the 13th, and it definitely was a Jason horror story with Alec Ayo Minor going for close to 300. The 300, dog. He hit him for the 300. Goodness gracious. All on slant routes and dipping up out of him. Alec Ayo Minor.
All I'm saying is
on the map, I'll tell you that much.
All I'm saying is, my goodness, my gracious. So anyway, real quick, man, let's do a couple of shout outs here in the building. Right here, Omega Red in here, man. Appreciate you, man. Emmett Jones up in here. The coach is ultimately responsible for losing Stanford game. T. Hines, what's up, producer? Ellen, the producer up in here. Lucius Tate, what's good, Coach Hayes in chat? And on your side of the fence, we give a couple. We got Ray up in here. Hey, T. Hines. LMV, boy, how you on both screens? Look at LMV on both sides of the fence. I'm loving it. Let me see here. Shad in the building. 863 Kane. I'm gonna whoop you, 863 Kane, in that doggone fantasy. You know, he in the fantasy league. Right here, this your boy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think he's one of your side. I don't. Airless IBN with betting Yatet Thomas Hill. I tried, bro.
It sounds like you did a good job.
Hey, I just went. Hey, Hooked on Phonics works for me.
I would call him A. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now my dog Flyboy Brass. I met him out in what was he? Not Boulder. I was about to say Boulder. We was in Arizona. Shouts out to him, man. My dog. DJ Dale, 1122. Oh, now Debbie Connor. Hi LNV, she says. Shawnette Chapman. Nicolina Ramos. Hey, I saw a question that you sent while I was doing the Tyler Brown interview. I don't know how I didn't ask the question, but thank you for sending those questions in. I'll be sure on the next Prime Parents to make sure I get your question in when I do that. So shouts out to you and everybody else out there. Brother J09. We got a super chat came in. Shad1419 said Jada Pickett revealed she had a dream that Colorado blew the 29-point lead.
Dang. Man, that's some tough business right there. Brother J. Pilo. Shout out to Coach Hayes on YouTube. Best channel on YouTube, Coach Hayes Football. Appreciate it, man.
Pilo.
And Nicolina. Hey, Nicolina.
Hey,
Coach Hayes, is it okay to say that CU will lose against UCLA? I know Chico prepares his excuses for Lee. Nicolina, you on
1 week in advance. This time he has 2 weeks. He's scared. You getting up on me, Nicolina. I take that back what I just said about you, Nicolina. You send in the question on the next one. I'm going to answer it.
Yeah.
Get this good shots.
But she went for the juggler, boy. Like a Jason Voorhees slash. Ugh. Anyway, let's get into this deal, man. Appreciate everybody. We can't get everybody right now. We will definitely open up the phone lines. We're going to talk about the Colorado versus Stanford. And there's nothing really to talk about a preview here, except maybe kind of how they'll work through the bye week. And then we're going to open up the phone lines and have a little bit more time with the people. Let's go ahead and walk this thing out, man. Colorado goes. Stanford comes into Colorado to play over there at Folsom Field, man. Like I said, I had opportunity to go there when they played USC. And great environment, great field, you know what I mean, so forth and so on. And my goodness, brother, 29-point lead. We in the champagne room. We watching the game. I know you call the games on your channel. What were your thoughts here in the first half? Just talk to me, man. Like, what were you feeling like?
Oh, the first half we was feeling great. I was feeling great, you know, after seeing them come out, finally have a good start, you know, expecting them, because we've always had a good fourth quarter, usually have a good fourth quarter, right? So after getting that early start, I was like, okay, we got a good start. We got 29 points. I know we're going to have a good fourth quarter. Third quarter, come out, and we get the ball first, and soon we get a great punt, and they throw that slant route and dip on us. I'm talking about ride out, put the jets on, slid on them, and Shiloh couldn't catch him. Rod missed the tackle. The cornerback fell down. Everything happened that needed to happen for him to score, and that just gave them all the confidence they needed right there. Then Travis gets on him and he catches a couple of more slants, even more confidence. Then Travis has to realize you can see after the first couple slants, like, damn, this boy big too. I got to bring him down. I really got to tackle him to bring him down because he ain't gonna just catch it and fall. No, his legs don't go dead when the ball hit him. This guy keeps running, and so Travis and them had to jump on his back and just try to keep it going. But like I said, the first half looked great. So I'm sure, like I said, it's how Coach Prime went into the locker room at halftime. I wonder what was said in the demeanor of the halftime from the players and his coaches. Was Coach in there trying to make sure everybody stay up, stay focused, don't lose focus? Was he praising them for doing a good job? Was he what was it? Was he saying, was the mindset, hey, it's 0-0, and the players just still came out there not focused and just, I don't know what it was, but all in all, it happened. We can learn from it. It's not just a loss, it's an L where you learn from. Guys like you laughing.
I'm laughing at you, be honest. I'm not laughing at the loss. I'm laughing at y'all, dog.
Laugh, dog. Laugh.
You know why I'm laughing?
Laugh now, you're going to cry later.
You know why I'm laughing?
On that bus.
And boy,
you can't sit on, you can't get on, no seats here.
Hey, you know hey, Mike, you took the words out my mouth, man. I simply laugh now, cry later, dog. And I was going to say that very same thing, right? Laugh now, cry later. And I have been saying this, and I can't say this on YouTube, this particular phrase, but we know it. You can't play Russian enough, and you will run out of turns. And before you know it, bow, it's over. And I have been saying that about Colorado. Been a good team, been playing tough, but they've been playing everybody very close to the wire. And eventually you run out. Now, I have to clearly say this. I had Stanford as a loss prior to the season, even up to it. I had 42-21 was my
Stanford as a loss?
I did have Stanford as a loss.
In your 6-6 season?
Yes, Stanford was a loss.
Okay, so I would guess that you still had 2 wins on the back end of your schedule.
Yeah. I have Washington State on the back end of my schedule, and I have in Arizona. Yes, that is correct. So in my mind, I'm like, man, they're gonna blow these dudes out the water. I looked at the tape. I didn't even know 13 exist. I'm like, let's be real. Like, this dude, if you look at him prior to this, you know, he doing this, he playing ball, but he ain't shaking nothing. You know, they can't find the quarterback. They back and forth with 8 and 14. I mean,
the quarterback did not look great in the first half either. You know,
when I talk about
like a baseball.
Like, can I tell you something? I literally thought Colorado, when they put on Stanford's uniform, and Stanford when they put on Colorado's uniform.
Come on now.
That's what it. No. What I'm just trying to say is, it looked that different. Hear what I'm saying. I'm not.
Okay. You said halftime. You look like they switched uniform. Okay.
Yeah. Come on. Everything is not an attack.
You overstand, yes.
Yes, overstand. Everything is not an attack. I want Coach Prime, but I was just saying, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, bro, the defensive line, I'm looking at the O-line protection. Man, they got it sewn up. They got 6 in there. They got it locked up. No kind of pressure whatsoever in the first half. And in the second half, I'm like, what is happening in this joint? Man. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, them boys winning the phone booth. Bro, them boys winning the phone booth. And they was Clark Kent the first half and Superman the second half. I'm like, what?
You got to see, though, the plays that Stanford did score on, and the plays that they made, it was like we were just trying to get by and let the clock go out for the whole second half. We were just trying to go home, get this game over with. But Stanford was still playing. And we're like, man, hold on, stop running. You know, if you ever played ball and somebody playing too fast, and you're like, man, slow down.
Too much. Relax.
You're doing too much, dog. Chill out. Let the game be over with. That's what they were doing. And by the time we realized we were, damn, it's a 10-point ball game, dog. And then, bam, they just hit it with another one. Oh, hold up. Now we got to score on offense. And, damn, we got to punt again. Oh, damn, we can't make it happen. Oh, they back. Oh, big play. Oh, damn. Oh, you know, it happened so fast, just like that. You know what I mean?
So you know what's funny? As I'm doing the good, bad, and ugly breakdown that I do, y'all go check it out on the channel. I realized they scored in a minute and a half from each other.
You see that, right?
Oh, they was popping them things off,
and
man.
I'm not looking at no stats. I'm just telling you what I felt and what I saw calling the game. And I appreciate you coming with the stats as you usually do. But that's how fast they scored, and that's how fast they was hitting us. It's like if it was boxing, this boxer been winning this whole, 6-7 rounds, and then Rocky comes out of the next boxer, the other fighter. He comes out there, hit him with a couple pop, pop. Oh, that hurt.
This dude done broke my jaw.
He done, damn, where'd that come from? And then Ben he hit me with another one. Hold up, time out, man. Chill out. You playing too much. And then
all right. So we gotta get into the meat and potatoes of this deal. But real quick before you do that, Mr. Andrew 2800 599 said, do you think Prime moving to the Big 12 and OU and Texas leaving will help the Buffs? I'll let you answer that.
You think Prime leaving, going to the Big 12? Yeah, it's going to help them. They get more money, which is going to in turn help more recruiting, have more reach. Coach Prime can meet face to face with more guys. They can go and get into the faces of these bigger 4 and 5 star guys. That, like I said, the 4 and 5 star offensive linemen are few and far between, not as plentiful as the skill positions. So those guys is going to take that collective money and that extra recruiting power and resources to pull and reel them in, along with what Coach Prime has. So I think it's going to really help out going into a bigger, more competitive conference that has more of a background of getting to the playoffs and to the championship.
Jada Pinkett revealed it was on her heart to reach out to Alec Ayomaner Friday before the game and told him he was blessed and highly favored. Like, I had to go look at some interviews and try to find out how to say his name. Like, I didn't even know the dude exists, but wow. Chad, thank you for the $4.99.
Ayomaner.
Yeah. Ayomaner.
Ayomaner.
If you listen to Michael Irvin, you'll be all jacked up. And speaking of that,
Michael Irvin okay, go ahead.
No, please do. Please.
No, I just saw him on the video going crazy at the Cowboys Chargers game. That's all. Shout out to my guy Michael Irvin, man. Still doing what he's doing.
So a lot of the talking heads, and when I'm talking about on the major networks here, the Michael Irvins, the Shady McCoys, that whole, I think it's called Speak, with Shady McCoy and Joy Taylor, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. They all had some critique about this game. And I thought Michael Irvin, out of all of them, because, I like coaching. I like to hear scheme and stuff, philosophy. And he brought up a very interesting point about a conversation he and Prime had back in their playing days. And he was talking about how Prime came up with this idea to beat them when saying, hey, they're going to put me as the best cover guy on the number 2 receiver and roll coverage to Michael Irvin.
1 receiver.
Number 2. He said number 2. He said, this is why. He said, because we're going to force you to go to the number 3 receiver, meaning I'm going to take care of number 2. We're going to double up number 1, and I'm going to force you to go to number 3. And he said, I'm shocked. Michael Irvin, knowing that's his good buddy, says, I'm shocked. Prime, blah, blah, blah. And I was saying, man, that's great insight, because that's something we would never know. Those are private conversations or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, dang, boy, that's some real deep stuff. Because like you said, most people would go to the number 1, double the number 2 to force the 3. And I thought that was interesting. And there's a lot of questions. I guess I titled this, "Who is to blame for Colorado's embarrassing loss to versus Stanford?" I'm not sure how you tabled it on your side, but who is the person? Who if you had to point a finger, who or what would it be?
I'm not with like the pointing of the fingers. You know what I'm saying? Playing the blame game, dog. Come on, everybody. We lost on offense. We didn't convert. Defense, we didn't stop. Second half, we played like garbage. Everybody did.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're going to point the fingers at, if I'm the head coach, I'm going to point the finger at myself. And I'm going to point the finger at the two defense or the two coordinators. And then it's going to trickle down to the players. Simple as that. That's just me as the head coach. I'm going to say that's my bad. I should have. I'm not going to say my bad, but I'm going to say, I'm going to put the blame on myself more than anybody. I should have done this. I should have done that. If I have to make changes, I will. That's all going to be on me, though. And so the 29-point loss, I've never experienced it before in my life. I'm not sure how it happened. I'm going to go back and review the tape. Even after I review the tape, I'm going to, meet with the personnel. I'm going to decide what I feel about it. And, I'm not going to really point no fingers of blame because I'm not going to make any changes right now. I'm not going to fire or hire any other coordinators based off of this season. That's like firing my chef who I just hired, right, for a bunch of money. And I'm going to fire him for the food that he's making or for the product. But I know that I don't have all of the ingredients that he requires right now to be to prepare the best meal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get rid of the chef. I know he's a good chef. I can tell he's a good chef. I see what he's doing in the kitchen to show that he's a good chef. He's making good meals out of what we have in the cupboard right now. Now, when I get that good stuff from Whole Foods, right now we're shopping at, I'm not going to say what we're shopping at, but when I get all of my good stuff from Whole Foods, when I get my whole book of food stamps, put it like that. When I get my whole book of stamps and I can go ahead and shop freely, i.e. my resources, then I'm going to be able to get the organic potatoes. I'm going to get the Okinawan potatoes rather than the white Idaho potatoes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do.
I guess. I'll say this. To your point, Coach Prime, as a head coach, has to take it on the chin, in the public. But I will say this. You got to take it on the chin as well. And the reason I'm saying that, because it does ultimately go down to you. You are finally in a position where you have a significant lead. You're not in a dog fight where it's back and forth. You literally shot the sheriff but forgot his son, right? And he came back to get you. You literally had him in the crosshairs and you let him up to fight again. And when I say that to say, as the head coach, yeah, we can get on, and coaches in general. And to your point, yes, you're 100% right. Everybody has blame in this. But the bigger piece of the pie, in my opinion, goes back down to Deion as the head coach, because two things. One, the situation, but two, that they attacked your expertise, cornerback. Like, they attacked how they got back in this game. And I know he wasn't playing. I get it. But you didn't see a schematic change. And the reason what changed my mind was what Michael Irvin said. When Michael Irvin said that put me, I already know Coach Prime can coach, but that put him into another stratosphere for me to say, man, that was some intricate thought. And I say that to say, it's not like they threw it all across the yard. It's 13, 14 throwing the ball to 13. And yeah, they tried to mix it up. But my goodness, and at the end of the day, that's why I say they attacked his expertise, right? In that sense. And yeah, I know they got DB coaches and D coordinators and so forth and so on. And to me, to have one guy come and put up 300 yards in a half, put up 46-14 in a half by basically just throwing the rock around the yard to one guy, that's hard pill to swallow and say, hey, guys, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't a turnover thing where I think Colorado didn't have a turnover. Stanford, I think, fumbled the ball twice, but never gave up the ball. So, I mean, this was just big play after big play off of one dude. So I say all that to say that's just how I feel about it. And he took the onus of it. He took it on the chin. But that's where, yes, they're all to blame, but that bigger piece of the pie goes to Coach Prime, in my opinion, just because it wasn't he ran the ball or did this or it was turnovers.
The blame would go to him anyway, though, whether he's the head coach. The blame will go to the head coach anyway. I feel like saying it like that is kind of saying like, it's your fault. You know,
yeah, that's what I'm exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that to say that
it's not a fault. Like, I feel like as a coach, you're gonna take the blame, but it's not gonna say it's my fault. Like I'm when it made the plays or I didn't stop a play. We still got to make plays out there on the field, dog. But I'm gonna take the blame as the head coach. You know, for anything anybody want to say, I'll say, hey, blame it on me. Don't try to put it on the kids. Don't try to put it on this coach and say this. As the head coach, you'll step up and say that same way quarterback.
But that's in the media's eyes. When you go in that staff room,
when you go in that staff room, okay, when you go in the staff room, you're asking, what's that staff room like?
No, I'm saying that if I'm in that staff room, we're talking about literally the same exact route except for the back shoulder fade. We're talking about slant city with no inside leverage.
What was called on these plays? And Coach Prime,
but that's back to Coach Prime. He's listening.
Yeah, he said he's listening. He said he didn't have any problem with the calls that was going in. Apparently, it was the execution.
Yeah, but even with the call, you're still playing this guy outside leverage. I'm just
I didn't think he was outside. I mean, on some of the ones you broke down, I'm sure he looked like he was outside. I think some of them, Trav was inside, even had inside leverage, but somehow the guy just still got inside. I don't think Trav played as physical as he wanted to, whether he was not 100% or whatever. But it's one of those games, dog. How many times have you seen that happen to Travis Hunter in all the games we've seen him play? That was the first time it happened like that. The first time.
And there we go. As a head coach, it happened over. Yep, but that's my point. Why are we still hoping that Travis Hunter
beating the dead horse? Ain't nothing wrong with the man. Ain't nothing wrong with. Now I say ain't nothing wrong because it's over with, dog. It's over with.
It's not. It's the prime debate.
What happened was
I would have the same question. It just so happened we do the show on Tuesday.
Yeah, but what happened was this. Same thing happened in the NFL when teams have blown losses, 30-some point leads. Same thing has happened in college football. We've seen this before. In this situation,
no new taxes.
You got a whole new team. We got a whole new team. Best thing we could do is build off of this, find a way we can build off of it, learn it, and teach a lesson to these guys so that we can get better. Because guess what, Coach Hayes? We still got a whole rest of the season to go, dog. What we gonna do?
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about
the rest of the season by moving forward and doing something.
But what I'm telling you, Chico, is I get it. But as a show, as the prime debate show, we're debating this particular game. We were definitely on the UCLA and so forth. We're talking about how do these things happen when they haven't happened previously.
And I keep saying from a football standpoint, no. What didn't happen previously was we had a 29-point lead by halftime. So the guys, I guess, apparently didn't understand how to deal with that at halftime. So that's a learning point. That's a learning tactic. Even for Coach Prime. He's stepping into the locker room at halftime, probably a whole different coach the next time they're up 20-some points, right? Because he know what can happen. All this can do is help make them better in the future if they build off of it right, if they learn from it correctly.
So here's the question, Chico. I get that's talking future. We're talking. I want to talk about present tense, meaning why didn't certain things occur in the sense of the double teams, right? You got the number one player in Travis Hunter. There's a lot of question about his pitch count and how many. I think 157. I think he played total.
I don't think he should have played that much. Coming right back from injury, I can say that. That's my opinion. I totally believe that. I don't think he should have played over 100 snaps coming right back from injury like that. I think that was a mistake that the coaching staff would look at as a collective and say we shouldn't have had him play that long. And I think that affected him on the defensive side of the ball.
So, guys, he's saying, Coach, you're talking past tense, Coach. I understand. I know what past, present, and future is. I totally understand. But as soon as the game is over, we're talking past tense. As soon as that play is over, it's past tense. We're talking about the Stanford game. This show happens to come on Tuesday, so we talk about the game previous before. Guys, relax. Like I don't see why everybody's butthurt because nobody wants to talk about the law. Now, if it was a win, we still be talking. We wouldn't be saying move on. Y'all wouldn't be saying move on.
No, we'll be talking about it, but
exactly. So let's have a debate. That's what I want to do. I want to debate this. I want to say, and out of all of these would be, how does a 29-point differential come? Not that I know. And here's the funny thing.
How, though? You're asking how. It's not really a debate if you're asking how. You tell me how you felt then, how you thought it came about.
I'm telling you, you did not double the dude that. See, there's a difference between stop the bleeding, put in a Band-Aid on a bullet wound.
The other wide receiver scored 2 on the other side. He
scored once. He scored once.
It still was part of the comeback.
I get it.
So no.
But 13 ain't gonna beat me. You're gonna find somebody else to beat. When I see the hot hand in 13, and I understand they may not have known who he was gonna be, and he shows up in the second half like dun dun dun, I'm here. But eventually, when they start rolling after that 97-yarder in the back shoulder fade and he got busy, I bet 13 won't catch no more balls.
No, I feel you on that. You're exactly right. I would have definitely had a linebacker trying to take away the slant on those. And first things first, you know what I'm saying? And you had Trevor Woods out there, a safety, who could have played to that side a lot more, could have played those slant routes. And then you could have had the cornerback kind of either playing deep and the safety playing, anything in the seams or whatever. Yeah, you could have done those things. I don't know whether they made those adjustments or not. In the coaching staff room, if those mistakes, if those adjustments were not made, as a head coach, I'm telling my defensive coordinator, what the hell you doing? If I know those adjustments were made as a head coach, I'm telling my defensive coordinator, dog, we got to get you the right players to make these plays. Because Travis is playing deep and your linebacker is not getting to the slant, which we called for, then we are identifying. I'm sitting here telling you how, and a lot of people want me to, I see in the chats, they want me to just, I don't know, go off or something, or point a finger or something like that. But I'm telling you how things get identified from a coaching staff point of view and so on. And it's not just saying, this guy called a slant route and Travis was covering him, so Travis didn't do his job. We got to see what the coverage was on that particular play. Was Travis, his alignment and his assignment done correctly? What about the other guys on the field? Did that linebacker drop into coverage? Did the safety play over the top? Why weren't we in position to make the tackle after the catch? All of these things have to be identified and find out why, and put the correct guys in position who can make those plays. That's simple as that. That's what football is.
If Travis Hunter can't make that play, then I don't know who can make that play. He the best player on the team.
Was he supposed to be in position to cover the slants, though? That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep saying
he's playing a man. He's playing a man.
How you know it was man?
Because
it
where
looked
he
like
went,
man to me.
Because wherever he went, Travis went.
No, he probably lined up over him, but it didn't. The coverage didn't look like man to me. If the man running a slant route and Travis is not on him running 100% on the slant route, it looked like Travis was expecting help to come from the inside. That's what happens when you don't follow the man going inside like that, right? You expect help from the inside.
Okay. All right. I can. Okay. I don't know what to say to that.
If he's playing cornerback,
mm-hmm.
and the guy he's covering goes inside as a coach, and you're watching film, and you see him do not go hard inside with the slant route,
mm-hmm.
What are you going to ask that player? You're going to say, hey, man, what were you thinking? What coverage did you think we were in? What were you expecting? Oh, coach, I thought we were in, or coach, you made the call for this. I communicated to the linebacker to cover. He didn't drop out, though. That opened up for the slants.
So therefore, that goes back. Okay, but therefore that goes back to Coach Prime, who's listening on the headset, that said he was good with that call. If you're telling me the dude is killing us on slants, and I'm worried about Trevor Wood, who everybody bashes on here about his cover skills, and we want him to stop the slant. How about inside leverage? Because they was isolating one-on-one. They were trips to one side, one-on-one with 13 to this side. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, 13 was the X by himself. And we want the guy that everybody bashes, but I don't want the 5-star Mr. Do Everything to cover this guy one-on-one. What would I play zone for with a single receiver to that side? If he goes inside, there's nobody else for me to cover. It's one guy. So therefore, there goes
guy that's beating you. So that goes
exactly. If one guy is Chico, if one dude is beating me, I'm not gonna let my best player say, "Hey, go inside and take and you go catch the slant on the dude that everybody hates in coverage."
He's not catching it on him. The guy, if the linebacker drops into the slant area correctly, it's going to be a pick, or he's going to take it away. The quarterback is not going to throw it unless he throw it in the second window, which that we didn't even present that. They were throwing it in the first window every time. Pitch and catch, easy money.
And we still playing him zone?
And we still playing whatever the damn coverage was.
It's either zone or man. And you're saying they play zone because of how he played.
It looked like zone. What I'm saying is it looked like zone based off what Travis did. All right. And I wasn't in the meeting room. I didn't hear the call to understand what it was. It's all speculation. Even if you look at the film and say it looked like, from my coaching experience, it looked like they were in zone or man. What I'm saying though is, once you examine that and evaluate that as a coach on that staff, and you find out what that player was thinking, whether it was Travis, Trevor, or Shiloh, whoever it was in that coverage, whatever y'all were thinking, were we on the same page, dog? Oh, we weren't? Well, that's what happened.
It took us a whole half to figure that out instead of calling them over there and say, "Hey, bro, what are y'all doing?"
We obviously had to figure out the first half. So something went wrong, I guess, at halftime in the second half. Find out what that was, identify that, dog, and attack that. It's kind of like a cancer, right? Knock on wood for everybody out there. It's kind of like a cancer, right? You have to attack those specific cells to kill the cancer. You can't, rile up everything. You're going to kill the whole person. So you can't rile up the whole team. We got to find out what were the issues. What were the problems? What's the point of watching film if we're not going to single out the problems and fix that?
So to use your medical analogy, if you go to the emergency room with a gunshot wound and the surgeon starts working on a hangnail, you got a problem here. We got to stop the bleeding. 13 was literally bleeding Colorado to death, and we're worried about everybody.
13 was the gunshot. What was the bullet, right?
And it's 13, causing the blood. It's causing the blood to spew. And you're saying, and you're saying that 13 is the gunshot wound, and you're spewing blood, but the surgeon is worried about your broken arm. Which one is more life-threatening? Yeah, broken arm hurts. I get it. Yeah. But you're bleeding to death with 13. You got to get a tourniquet on this deal. You got to cut it off.
We got to find out why. Where's the gunshot wound, right? And
where is it?
We know where the gunshot wound is. Now let's attack that. Let's get that better. That's what the doctor's going to do.
Biggest day. It was number 13 right in the middle of your chest. That's where the gunshot wound was. I'm just calling a spade a spade. 13 was literally.
Dog. The man had a good game, dog. Had 17 targets. 17 targets. They were throwing it to him that much. Like, what else you want me to say? Yeah, they should have rolled the covers to him. But who are we to say they didn't do that? Is what all I'm saying. You saying they should have did this, they should have did that, they should have did this, they should have did that. How do you know those adjustments was not made, dog? You know more than anybody. You can call a play, and the players cannot. It's up to the players to run it.
No, that's not true. I don't claim that. You know what? I guess my problem is. No, I'm not. I'm saying I don't know more than everybody. I'm not saying that I know more than everybody.
I didn't say that. I said
I guess my thing is,
as a coach, that you can call a play. As a coach, you can call a play, and the players cannot execute it. Is that correct?
I agree with that. I agree with that. But if I have a guy, but stop. But if I got a guy like Travis Hunter, we know he ain't no dummy. We know he's not.
Okay.
And it not one play, 2 plays, an entire half. No, dog. I hear you. I hear you. But bro, we can push on, but I'm just saying. Let me talk.
The film
Go ahead.
clearly shows what?
That I don't think they, like you said, if they playing man, he did a bad job of it, leverage wise. If they play zone and you still getting cooked, I'm going to put my best player on this gunshot wound because I'm bleeding to death with this cat. That's what I'm going to do.
And if they
That's
did
what I'm
that,
going to do.
if they did that and it didn't work, then what are you going to do? Who's to blame there? It didn't work.
So Travis Hunter couldn't cover that guy then. No stretch of imagination.
It didn't work out there that game, that
All
day.
right.
You know,
I like it.
In one-on-ones, that guy versus Travis Hunter, he caught Travis at the time where that guy had his best day. On Travis, in my opinion, what was obviously not Travis's best day, and probably shouldn't have been out there as long as he was. That's what I say.
Okay.
Great game by Alec Ayo Minor. Shouts out to him and his whole fam and everybody else out there, and the Stanford Cardinals, whoever else. You feel me? But
that boy Canadian bacon out there. I pull it up. I'm like, where's this dude from? I'm thinking Cali.
Canadian?
He said Medicine Hat AB. I'm like, dang, I gotta go get my geography book out. That's Canada.
But
that's Canada.
What area in Canada? AB is gosh.
I don't know. British. Somebody in the chat put it in there. Let's ride.
Yeah, I know.
Let me ask you this. Colorado also has some issues from a procedural standpoint, especially on defense. They got, I want to say it was 4 calls they had where they got caught with 12 men on the field. Charles Kelly, I know they like to switch out based on personnel. That's a thing in college now. If you change personnel on offense, the defense has an opportunity to match that and change. But they were changing personnel and Stanford did not. But you also got caught with 12 men on the field, which kind of pushed the thing ahead or moved the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like move the chains a little bit in that deal. How does that become a thing? Also, that leads me into the second thing of 17 penalties and Colorado being one of the most penalized teams in college football right now. And I'm trying to think who said that. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp talked about discipline. Discipline has to be an issue because penalties are a reflection of lack of discipline. Now, not all penalties, but we're just saying when you have that many, in the words of Coach Prime, a multitude, as he likes to use that word, a multitude of penalties. 17 is quite a bit. 4 of them is on your coach or on the procedure within itself. Talk to me about that. How does Colorado fix that here, especially going into bye week?
Shoot, that's what you do. Like these guys went from being off this week or Saturday. What was it? Yeah, being off Saturday and probably even Sunday to having practice the next morning. You know, and all of this can be a positive for the rest of the season. Is it a discipline issue when it boils down to it? Yeah, you know, when some teams are not penalized, then they say that that's a disciplined team. When teams are penalized, they say that that's a undisciplined team. So, you know, as much as Coach Prime want to breed and you know bring about a disciplined team, I think being such a young player, some things can kind of give you a false light of doing it and kind of have you on that fine line of, you know, being disciplined, being undisciplined, being focused, being unfocused, and so on. So you got a bunch of influential people around the program coming to watch the program, probably contacting these guys in their DMs, all type of things going on. And you better believe some people may lose focus. Some people may buy into whatever the Instagram, IG, or DM is saying to them. You know, so he always says that 85% believe, 15% still got to get them to believe. You better believe that's the same thing as far as being focused and discipline also. It's a percentage out there. I don't know what it is that's totally undisciplined, that's not going for everything, that's not bought in, and those are the ones that that contribute to the foolishness or to the bull junk, as Coach would say. And it's just a matter of time before those guys are weeded out, whether it's guys individually on the staff, on the roster, whatever. He knows that this is not the full grocery list that he wanted to compile right now, and he's going to do the best he can do with it. But to be the best and to get the best results, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't kill yourself. You can't drop the groceries on the ground and spill all the pepper I bought, and now you don't have any pepper to put on to season the meat with. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We can't get these unnecessary penalties. We can't come out like penalties like running out on the field too late. All these ones that we got, that goes back to communication on the sideline. That goes back to what we talked about in the last debate, was your special teams coach has to go over things with these players to let them know this is important. You can't be on the sideline jacking off, horse playing, all this other stuff that you do on the sideline. You can't. Dang, did I say that? That's what Coach would be saying.
Mel Tucker.
Yeah, but you can't be on the sideline. That's what they say, jacking around, right? That's not a bad term, I don't think. But
jacking around is way different than jacking off. But I got you.
Okay, same thing. Messing around on the sideline, horse playing, as they say. You can't be doing that. You got to stay focused and understand. It's hard to get these young people to do that, but if they can get a group of guys who understands, man, these substitutions are important. We got to be right there next to the coach. We got to run on and off the field, yell out who you're going to get, make sure they hear you, get them off the field as you run on the field. All that, man, those are little league things that goes back to little league, high school, middle school, college, whatever. Man, communicate when you go in who you got so they'll know to come out and we don't get these little bitty penalties. Be ready on the sideline when the coach is calling for your formation so you can run in.
I guess the problem I'm having is we talked about the same thing last week. Like, that's the stuff, like, and I hear Coach Prime in the press conference talk about, we work on it, we do these things. I want to go to something else, but then I'm gonna go to this. Big shout out real quick, JR Boxing 49. The judgment should have been made to make the QB second guess the throw. That's why you roll the coverage to number 13 and put Travis on the second best wide receiver. I guess he's referring to the Michael Irvin piece. But thank you, JR Boxing. I appreciate it. Here's what I'm gonna say. What happened? Here, back to the discipline.
Comments. Go ahead.
Yeah, back to the discipline. Travis Hunter has a snafu, brain fart. He hits the guy in the face to give him the first down, 3rd and long. Things happen. I get it. But that's an incident. I'm saying it to say I want to kind of give a couple of things that happened in that deal. When it comes to the overall discipline of maybe the program. I'm just talking here. There was word, I did not see it, but I heard something about Shedeur posted something during halftime. Whether he has a social media person who does it, whether he has he did it himself, I don't know, nor do I truly even care. But I'm bringing up all of these things that are happening around the program. Also, Stoudemire, you saw the first time Coach Prime. I don't know what he said to the young man. I'm not even here to speculate. But whatever it was, it created a rift between the two. And that's something we've never seen before. We usually see him coming with loving arms, hugs, and motivation, I guess the right way to say it. And it looked like he kind of said something because the ball girl that was next to him, it was a white girl that was a ball girl. She kind of turned her head real quick when he walked over there. So whatever he said was ear catching, at least. And then you see him kind of look like, huh? And then he said whatever it was. I'm not a lip reader, but I brought up those instances to say, what's the deal with it? Like, how does that work? Like what's talk about it. Mm-hmm.
First, as far as Carter Stoudemire on the sideline, young player, probably who knows what Coach Prime said to him, but I would bet that it wasn't nothing disrespectful based off his past or track record. I would bet that, but you got a player who was just beat on a touchdown. So he's upset. And, Coach Prime probably could have just said, I told you to stay inside or stay outside or whatever. And he could have, I was outside or I was inside. And, that could have been the most of it. And I'm sure Coach Prime probably had a little meet with him, before or after, and said what he needed to say. Because, hey, dog, it don't look good when you're doing that. We don't need no more of that. I don't need to be answering no question about no discipline, especially from you, dog. You know better. You come from a certain type of family. I know this, and I know them, and I know they ain't teach you, to be trying to clap back like this. But at the same time, I'm a former player, and I know the frustration that goes on out there. And, as a coach, I don't mean to try to degrade you on the sideline or anything of that nature. So, I'm sure their relationship is fine, but it's not going to be condoned or accepted for you trying to, whatever you're saying back. You know what I'm saying?
Because even Kamani, right? You see Kamani's face,
Yeah,
like
Kamani was like,
and Kamani like, bro, sit down, bro. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see the assistant coach like, hey, bro, take it easy. Like you see all that. So I don't know what was said. It's interesting. Like maybe it came out, or maybe it came out today. I didn't see it. I was so swamped today. But did any reporters ask about that in the press conference? I don't know. I didn't see, like, what was that exchange?
Yeah, I didn't see that. If somebody saw it in chat, they could let me know. But no, I didn't see it. Let me see here. No, I didn't see it at all. But I think all of these things. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. No, finish your point. I just wanted to say this.
I was just gonna say, shout out to Dr. T. Barton, who said Studio One Live. Maybe I'm the what's out of this conversation with okay, sorry about that. I'm reading the wrong comment. Don't worry about that. But all in all, man, I think this is just one of those situations where things compiled, bad got worse, and we gave up that game. Even Shedeur made a bad throw. Coach Prime said at the end of the game, instead of living to throw another day, so to speak. Those things just compiled, and all we was trying to do was get to those zeros on the clock rather than kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. But I promise you, this is stuff that a coach and a staff will come together more on, and they'll learn from, and they'll know, okay, these gnats can stay around longer than what we thought. If we get up like this again, when we get up like this again, we know what to do. And we just got to make sure these recruits understand that you're the difference maker also. We need you guys. And that's what we are here recruiting for. That's why we're trying to get the collective up. If you guys haven't tapped into the collective, I think it's 50. I don't want to say it wrong. 53.
What is it called?
5340 Collective. If I'm not mistaken, I need to look it up. But
that's the name of the collective, 5340.
Yeah, I think it's because of the elevation.
The height. Okay, I get it.
Of Denver or Boulder, should I say?
It's a mile high. Yeah, okay, I get it. That's the feet in mile. How many feet in a mile? Gotcha. Makes sense. All right.
Yeah. So,
real quick, while you're looking that up, Lucas, for the $10, Washington Huskies, does Washington exemplify the kind of offense Colorado could become with the right O-line based on watching Phoenix versus Oregon? I think so, most definitely. That's easy for me to answer. And the Chico, while you're looking that up, you can definitely respond. Lawrence RBE $4.99. Coach Hayes, when it comes to simple clock management, is this on the coaches or the QB? For example, do you really need to run up tempo as opposed to huddle? That is actually set by the coaches. Coaches drive the car, players respond, right? And so you may tell a quarterback, whatever some people call it NASCAR, some people call it warp speed, some people, hurry up, and you may go through that series, or prior to you going back out there, hey, look, we're gonna go NASCAR. So as soon as the player's over, quarterback yelling NASCAR, meaning everybody hurry up, go fast. You know what I mean? So quarterbacks don't typically press the tempo. They are told to press the tempo from the coaches. Maybe some quarterbacks in certain situations, but he was instructed by the head coach or whoever the coordinator is to say, hey, if it's 3rd and 1, we automatically will go up tempo to kind of catch them off so we can get the first. Certain scenarios trigger that, or the coach tells them that. That's just what I want to say. But Chico, I don't know if you want to respond to any of those, and then I'll push on and we'll push on.
I will say the foundation was it says Join the 5430 Foundation, the University of Colorado College Football Collective. Be a part of history and make your donation today. You could go to their Twitter page at 5430 Foundation or 5430foundation.org and give back. Anybody can donate and give, and it's to increase those resources to be able to get those players, because in the NIL, the college can't directly support the NIL situation for these players, right? So that each college has a collective of, outsiders or people that give to be able to afford these things as far as the resources to recruit and bring in these players. So that is the 5430 Foundation on Twitter and .org. Y'all can put it in the chats also and give what you can. We like to get the type of money that jingles, but we'd rather get the kind that folds. Shouts out to Lisa McDowell.
Hey, Tennis Channel, when we call in, I would like to volley with you. I would like to have a nice volley, and we go back and forth here. Tennis Channel, I love
Big LT.
Big LT in the building. What's up, man? Big LT. Anyway, hey, man, quite a few people in here. Let me ask about Sean Lewis' second half. Did he take his foot off the gas? What was different? I'm gonna just pose a few questions here. Did he take his foot off the gas? Why did the second half look different? And where in the hell was Cavassier Smoke the Dog? Oh, now. What happened?
Man, you wild, man. You wild. Oh, no. Hey.
I just asked.
God dang old Boo Capone up in here, man. Hey, got jokes. Hey. But look, man, y'all wow. Saucy. My guy Cavassier Smoke didn't play again. I don't think didn't get a carry again. I think it's just a matter of fact of mixing up those carries, dog. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten the carry, being that he is upperclassman higher than Hankerson, and Hankerson getting a lot more carries. They're saying Smoke is being red-shirted. I don't think he's being red-shirted. Could he even be red-shirted?
Smoke out there about getting brown-shirted. That dude is 6-year senior. He's been in college since 2017.
But still, you got medical red shirts. You got COVID extra years. Now, like these 6-year seniors are different now. You know what I'm saying with the COVID.
If he get a medical red shirt, if he get a medical red shirt because he got a splint in his ass from being on the bench and he couldn't get it out, that's his medical.
What's wrong with Coach Hayes, dog? What's wrong with Coach Hayes, dog?
Y'all crazy, man.
Y'all that daggone concoction. That's what it is. Leave that man alone, man.
No, I'm saying.
Got a splinter.
He need to be playing. He need to be playing.
I think running back is one of the toughest positions to get everybody in and get them an ample amount of carries, more than probably any position on the field.
Y'all up 29-0. This man ain't get one carry, dog. 29-0 at the half, dog. I'm sorry, they told me not to clap my hand. I be watching too much Love and Hip Hop. Y'all up 29-0 at the half. This man can't get one carry, dog.
Hey, man, that's a
come on, dog.
The offensive coordinator call right there, and a running back coach call. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. That's their call. What you want me to say? Oh, I want him to play too.
I want to say no. It's not what I want you to say. What I'm saying is, if he's deemed a dog, the question therein lies.
Other dogs too. You had to get Alto some carries. Hankerson been moving the chains. What you want to do? You got to give Dylan the ball too.
Bro, Xavier Weaver got a carry.
And he got a touchdown.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, damn.
And he got a touchdown. The second one in 2 games.
No, I'm not knocking what happened. I'm just saying, come on, man. Unless the kid in there doing some real foul stuff, and he may just be. You can't call me.
I don't know. I would say this, though. If we went through training camp and I got 4 or 5 backs, and I came out of training camp and my starter
Hold on, what you say? I know you probably watching Love and Hip Hop. Shut
Right.
that.
That whole watch Love and Hip Hop in
Oh,
some
yes.
Speedos. Looking like Boo Capone. Hey,
Sipping on my tie,
sipping a Mai Tai. Nah,
texting his wife.
I don't think you're texting his wife. I'm never coming home again. I don't think I think if you go through training camp and you have 4 backs and you come out of the training camp and you got one guy as the leader, which came out to be Hankerson, then I'm gonna read the questions later. And then
No, I'm just putting them up so people to see them.
right, but I see them coming through so fast, and I want to read them because they be entertaining sometimes. But then you have he didn't come out as one of the top 2 backs, right, out of training camp. So we're not just gonna give him the ball because we like him or you know what I mean, he a cool person or whatever. It's gonna be the top 2 guys first. Dylan was one of them, and then he had 4 touchdowns the first game. So what you gonna say? I got to keep giving him the ball. He had 4 touchdowns. All right, who's the other back? Hankerson, been productive. I got to keep giving him chances. We know we got Alto. We got to find a way to get him the ball. We know we got Savion, who rushed for 1,000 yards last year, who could be having the same complaints. But we can't find a way to get him the ball either. We got to pass it with Shedeur. It's like being in the All-Star game or something, and you talking about why Kevin Garnett ain't getting no ball? Why Damian Lillard ain't able to? Because it's one ball to go around, dog. Same thing in any team. It's one ball to go around, and we haven't blown out enough teams or have it a big enough lead in the games to bring in 3rd or 4th string guys to get touches also. That's it.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. I just looked at the fact of, and again, these are just hypotheticals, right? If you want to get out the game and you keep the clock running, right? You keep the clock running because even at the end of the 3rd quarter, it was still 29-19. It was a 10-point differential.
At that point, all the momentum was on Stanford's side.
Exactly. So how do you do it? You keep, again, like I always say, how do I keep Colorado from beating me? Keep 2 off the field. If I can continue to run this ball, whatever, I'm going to keep 13 off the field. As much as I love Dylan Edwards, there's some runs that and some things that you can't just go down on the very first tackle. And we know when he gets between tackles, it gets like that sometimes. Again, we saw another pass situation where it was a passing down. He's in there. My man got Peter and now Shedeur gets sacked. That's been an issue. I brought that up in good, bad, and ugly, but I'm not going to go there and say that. So No Lie TV, which I want to slap his face. Always got something quick to say. So here he says, I ask these questions. I'm done asking questions. Would you like to ask me questions, Chico, about the game?
Man, you said a mouthful. Pause. Right enough. I would like to just go to some of the callers to see what they have to say. Maybe you can answer some of their questions. So get your call in right now, not right now, but right now. 862-799-9956 at the bottom of the screen. Call in for Coach Hayes and holler at Big Dog Chico also. You got a question for him, hit us up right now in the chat. As far as running the football go, we really miss Tyler Brown. We really miss Tyler Brown because that was his strength, run blocking. We really miss Tyler Brown.
Oh, my goodness. When I said he was a big blow to the offensive line, shut up, Coach Hayes.
We agreed. Nobody told you shut up, man. Stop being so sensitive.
I ain't saying you. I'm talking about these people.
Even if they said it in the chat, that's somebody that don't know what they're talking about.
Well, these people on your side, you better be careful now, because they over here, these your side, they over there clicking on you, dog.
Sleepy Floor said, but the coaches on defense are going to take you out if you mess up. I guess they're talking about Kamani.
And here's another question. I don't want to. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna let the queue build up a little bit. Kamani makes the mistake. He does, and he comes out. I don't know why. I'm asking because I don't know why. Stoudemire gets worked a little bit. I get it. They're freshmen. I don't mind them getting worked over because they need that to learn and to grow. But as you say, you get yanked, you can't catch a rhythm. You can't get the feel of it. It's hard. And I will say this, through my coaching experience, if players are afraid of getting yanked, they will mess up more times than not because they're so afraid of making a mistake. I remember I had a coach that used to say, if you mess up, you out. And I tell them, don't do that. Because now, subconsciously and consciously, that is embedded in their brain. And they're so worried about making a mistake that they won't play through it. They're so worried about that. Let them play. We'll deem when it's time for them to come out. Because they'll already think if a dude catch a ball on me, I made a mistake. And they come out. And then, you know what I mean? It's a mental part of that.
I like to say this too, looking back over the highlights. We had several interception drops on defense that could have just turned the game around. Ball in the air over the middle of the field. Rod Ward goes up. Travis missed one. Rod misses one. Right there. And then on the fluke play, I call it, when Ayo Manor caught the ball right up the seam where they threw it on the back shoulder, and then Travis didn't find it. It was a couple of plays like that Travis was just, in my opinion, wasn't in his right headspace, it seemed, on the defensive side of the ball. And it was just some plays that was made on him that was usually not made. And this back shoulder one was one. And then the receiver catches the ball at 39-yard line and goes untouched into the end zone. The angles from Rod Ward, the other cornerback wasn't there. He just outruns everybody to the end zone. Those type plays right there, dog, are the ones we gave up. These are Hail Mary left hooks and body shots that hurt us, you know? And that's what happens. As far as Kamani goes, I think they just have a short leash with him. Me, myself, I'm a different type of coach. If I know the guy is uber athletic and he was deemed a 5-star, you really wanted him, that's why you went after him. I'm the guy that I say, put him on the field, coach, and let him play. You know what I'm saying? You got to just let him play. You can't worry about too much. But then if the standard is the standard of, you got to come to the meetings, you got to learn what to do, you got to know this, you got to know this call, then that's the standard. That's what it is. You got to do those things.
But he shouldn't even been on the field, right? Like, that's the standard, and you're not meeting it.
Let me go back. That's why I said those are the standards. You have to meet those requirements first, is what I'm saying. Those are the stipulations of me saying he should be on the field and let him play. Now, once he do those things, right, that's what I'm talking about. My leash is not a short leash on him. Let him get beat, because guess what? He going to get beat, as you saw Travis get beat. Now, we never saw Travis get beat. Then, and Kamani go out there and get beat. Then I'm like, okay, maybe he's not as good. But no, both of them out there, dog, you're going to get beat sometimes. But those picks that they're going to get, picks that they're going to get because of their ball skills, Pauls, and their athleticism, they're going to be able to that's going to be the difference making that they're going to bring as far as just keeping them on the bench. That's me, dog.
No, I agree with you. I agree. I'm a firm believer in that, right? And especially, you know, I call it OJT, on the job training. You got to get on the job
training.
Now, again, you can't tease me in the sense of put me out there, take me out because I mess up. Because again, that's back to that whole thing. Everybody's watching, right?
Right.
Well, wait a minute. Why you pull me out, but you ain't pull Stoudemire out?
Right.
You didn't pull Travis out. Like, they're kids. They're still 17 to 22. Some of them out there 29 right now. But they still kids, I'm saying, and those young ones, the freshman, sophomore. And they're saying, that, like I say, you think Kamani, who's the highly touted guy coming there, is not thinking, well, you pull me out, but you don't pull Stoudemire out. You don't pull this dude out. You don't pull that. Like, that's the stuff where it gets very contradictory in coaching, and you got to be very careful with that. And so forth on. Real quick, call in 862-799-9956. The number is right below our name. Please, this is not like my typical show, and I don't know, Chico, if you do phone calls, but we are dual streaming this. Some people are watching on Chico's channel. Some people are watching it here on Coach A's Football as well. Call in, please, please. Coach, I'm a paper tiger. I be talking about I'm going to crash somebody's plane, but I'm not. I'm not. But I will today. You want to know why? Because I ain't having it. So anyway, call in, please ask your question, and let's go from there. All right, first number up. Unless anything you got to say, Chico? Anything?
Just waiting on the call us. Call on in.
All right, we got quite a few back here. Call on in. 0012 coming to you. Is this Travis Hunter? 0012 calling you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. What's your question?
Coach, Coach Hayes and Chico. What's up, fellas?
What's up,
No,
brother?
this is not Travis Hunter.
Okay.
This is Rose Spilly from Houston, Texas, man.
Talk to me, man. What's up with you?
No, I'm surprised, Coach Hayes, with that something you didn't say. You have not mentioned the offensive line.
I did talk about it briefly
because that problem still exists.
That's true. Yeah, I try to ease up, but
Chico.
But your question, go ahead.
No, don't ease up because we appreciate you giving the real opinion, man. Chico, we appreciate yours too. But
right,
Chico, when you see these defensive backs and they play in zone or whether they play in man, whatever defense they're playing, how can you stop a prolific receiver if you're not going to jam him? You got to put your palm in his chest. You can't just let a guy have a free release off the line.
I agree with that. You know, I'm all about the
physicality. In his chest.
I'm all about
and if you notice in many of the Colorado games, you have not seen any one of the DBs put a hand in the chest of these wide receivers. That's why they all getting beat.
I love it. What's your question, brother? Because we got to push on. Talk to us.
No, I come in on what he just said.
Go ahead and push on, fellas, because I got a lot more to say.
I appreciate it. But yeah, you're exactly right. That's my deal. And you heard me say it in the past. That's my deal from the cornerback position, period. If you're coming up in his face, get your hand on him. Even if it's a quick hand, don't come up and try to do that shadow stuff because, in my opinion, that puts you at a disadvantage. You still just reacting now rather than being proactive, rather than trying to dictate where you want the guy to go. Anytime a receiver has a hard time with a DB, it's those quick-handed ones, quick feet ones that come up in your face, and you don't know whether they're going to give you the quick jam and then try to shadow you, or they're going to give you the bam, jam you and try to stay with you at the line of scrimmage and fight you right there. Those are the toughest ones to deal with for most wide receivers in college football. That jam, that I'm talking about, that aggressive, tough jam, and you stay on his butt. That's why I think Stoudemire would excel at, being he's so big and long armed. I think Travis would excel at that rather than just coming up and shadowing him and then you go, I'm gonna go where you go, and you run a slant. Now I gotta react to that. Man, you gone. You gone now. No, get in his face. I'm talking about Coach Mathis, Coach Prime should be on these boys hard this week. You got 2 weeks to show these boys how to jam and become dogs at that line of scrimmage. I'm talking about straight. Y'all don't understand right now. I'm going back to my one-on-one days right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to brag and say I was the best this, the best that, but I tell you this: when it came to one-on-ones, no DB out there was saying we coming up to jam Chico. No, we're gonna bag up off Chico. We're gonna try it with our speed. We're gonna try it with our quickness versus Chico, because you come up in his face, he gonna give you a club somewhere up in here, dog. It's gonna get bow, and you're gonna realize not to come up on me again. That's the type of mentality you have to come with as a DB or wide receiver, in my opinion, to play on my team. Because all this shadowing stuff, you're going to get beat for 290-some yards, dog.
Well, it's week 8. We ain't seen it yet. So they don't come back till week 9, in my opinion, right? They don't come back till they off here week 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So week 7. No, this week 8. This week 8 right here. So we'll definitely see if they change it up, if they add it to the arsenal. Who knows? But all I'm gonna say is put that back foot down, dog.
That's all I can down, dog.
That's all I can tell you.
If they playing off, if they playing cushion, then underneath backers and safeties got to get there. The star position or that nickel back or that outside linebacker, they got to get there and cover those slants and crossers, because that can't just continue to be the.
And Stanford didn't run one crossing route, dog. Not one. Not one.
I really saw one, but they definitely killed them on the quick slants. They saw the slants right there. They saw the home run balls right there also. So, they found what they needed to do, and they got a couple of plays to go their way that usually probably wouldn't go their way.
I'm going to say this to his response, and I'm going to push. I didn't bring up the offensive line because I did kind of in the beginning. I said they did well. The blocking scheme was 6-7 guys in. You saw Mikey Harrison. You saw Dylan stay in. You saw McCaskill. One play I put on the good, bad, and ugly. Who was 22 at running back? That's McCaskill, correct?
Yeah.
Man, he blew that block for Travis Hunter to get the first down on the little drag. They threw the drag behind the line of scrimmage. It was perfect play, perfect setup. but he whiffed the block, and my man got Travis behind the line. But anyway, go check out the Good, Bad, and Ugly. Going next to Anonymous. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. What's your question?
My name's Jeff.
Hey, Joe Toes, let me tell you something, Joe. Listen. Joe, check this out. Armando Soriano. Let me tell you something.
No, this is JL. I'm from Carolina. You got the wrong man.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm telling you now.
My question is for Mr. Chico.
Well, all right, go ahead. Man, listen, Joe Toes, matter of fact, Jeff from Carolina.
My question is for Mr. Chico.
All right.
Okay.
Hold up, slap him first. Because you know what I'm about to do?
I just want
hold on. I want to tell you this, Joe. If you do this, I'm gonna put
the wrong person.
I'm just telling you, if you come up here with some foolishness,
sir, you got the wrong person.
My man, hold on. You call him first. Well, hang up then. Because if you come on here with some foolishness, hold on, listen to me.
Question from Mr. Chico.
My man, listen.
If
you say something, hold on, no. I want to make sure he's clear on this.
If
you say something funny, my man, listen, because see, you're not listening. Anybody, if Joe Toe or anybody come here with some foolishness, I got your phone number and all
you
that.
You got the wrong name.
Okay.
Coach Hayes, you got the wrong.
Okay, listen. You don't listen, brother. That's the problem. If you call on here with some foolishness, I'm going to put your number and name on Twitter. I promise you. And you can't block everybody. And your ass will be changing your phone number because Joe Toes, Armando Soriano from California. I got your phone number, dog. Now, try your luck.
I said you got the wrong person.
Okay. Well, call back up here with a phone number. Don't have a blocked phone number. Now you got a block number. Yeah, that's why I say whatever. I'm not finna entertain that. Armando, you call in here with a sneak number. I'm gonna put your number out there. Joe Toes. Anyway, 5389. Go run tell your mama that. 5389. Call or talk to us. What's your question?
Hello?
Yeah, that's me. And Chico.
What's
Chico
up,
and
man?
me.
Hey, no, this a realist from the chat. A realist, it been been. Yeah, I feel time to sell, man. Peace, y'all. Peace. What's up, coach? Honest to you on the platform. My question.
What's your name in the chat again?
You know, how do you see
that long name? Hold on, brother. Hold on. His name is that one with the real long name we couldn't pronounce. That's him. How do you say it again?
It's Aurelius Ibn Ben Yef Thomas L.
All right, appreciate that.
That's like my family lineage. Like that's my real name though. You can see my name on my phone number, right?
Much love.
Yeah, but yeah. So like, but like me, my main question was, how does a team that was down 29 in the game with more running attempts and less rushing yards than you? And my second question is, what do you think, like that? I seen the bad and the ugly when they ran that tight bunch on the goal line. Like, okay, let's say if they do get the cross, whatever, Shedeur might see it, but why go to that, right? When you just had two successful goal line players. You had the little fake jet sweep with Weaver, right, when he walked it in, and then you come back with Javon, and he just bumps in there. Why don't you go back to those two same plays? Like, for me, I think the Bucks, they don't know what they really got, you know what I mean? So for them, it's like a learning experience. And when they seen Weaver running in there like that and he walked in, they figured everything was gonna work. And I know, like I got popped to Fresno in like 2000, and I ended up having to go to Laney. But like as a player, like when your coaches see you able to do stuff, they start throwing in plays that you ain't worked on in practice, right? And you can see that too in the announcers seeing that. What do you think about how they started to work in new plays into that game plan? If you really watch the game, you can see they started to run plays they didn't work on in practice.
Right. What's the question? What's the question though? What's the question, G? Yeah, what's the question?
Well, one of those three, it could be like, what do you feel about the goal line plays? Should they have ran that bunch tight? Or should they have, the first question was, how do you feel about a team that was down 29, end up having two more running plays and you with less running yards, and a team that was up 29 decides to completely stop running the ball? It was like a three-part question. I forgot my third question on this.
Now you
those are my main two questions, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, brother. Chico, go ahead. You can answer, and then I'll respond.
Well, in my opinion, I just think that, you know, Stanford came out and hit them so hard, and we came with a couple 3 and outs to where we didn't get the first downs to where we can sustain the drives and continue to run the ball. And now that puts the ball back into their hands, and you know, they scored pretty fast. And now we're looking like, you know, we need to try to put some points on the board too, and kind of abandon the running game and do what we have to do. And maybe the running game we don't get the blocking on the from the offensive line. I had to read that in a minute. Don't get the blocking from the offensive line. Just a multitude of things, man, that just went on to where it compiled, and for somehow we wasn't able to right the ship in time enough to stop the bleeding on the defense, because them boys just kept scoring. Everything just, like I said, man, a bum over Travis' head to where the guy catches it, and Travis is like this. You know, how many times is that gonna happen? How many times is gonna throw a back shoulder? Travis can't find the ball. The guy catches it, and he dips out for a touchdown. How many times is that gonna happen? You know, so I'm not harping too much on this. It's one of those wins that you had in the bag, and then it turns to a loss. So as a coach, you kind of go in there, get yourself, you know, compile yourself, reevaluate everything, and then jump back to where you can now come out there with a fresh message to your team to keep them on the straight and narrow to work, because you still got a season to finish off, and that could define the season if you let it, or it could not if you go on and do what you got to do.
Yeah, real quick, I don't have a problem with the mesh concept. It was actually open if they ran it and didn't run into each other. It was third down. It's a safe throw. Very rarely gets picked off. That slant that he threw into Javon Antonio was a dart. It easily could have been contested. Well, it was, but it could have been deflected. You know, pass deflection, PBU, flipped up in the air. So the mesh concept was perfect. They just ran it wrong. They ran into each other. Like you said, maybe they were running some things that were kind of drawn up in the dirt. I don't know. I can't say that with 100% certainty in that sense. But however, that's just my response to it, man. So I appreciate it. Real quick, my Brian Lips.
My Brian Lips said at Big Dog Chico, watch who you allow in your space. Roach Hayes is a snake. He is so immature.
No, just read it out. He is immature. No respect for a man who threatens to dox another man because he doesn't like his comment. I'm going to head out. Peace to the guy. You have no idea what happened.
At 3:03 left in the game. Shouts out to 3:03 being an area code for Boulder. But 3:03 left in the game, 36-33. Colorado leading Stanford. You got 4th and 4. Or was it 3rd?
What you got to do with what I'm about to say?
You got 3rd and 4 right here. And you got Shedeur Sanders throwing a long out route to Travis Hunter. And he just overthrows it, right? If that's a completion, which 9 times out of 10 it is.
What are you talking about?
We going to first down, and the game is over with. I'm speaking on this because we ain't got time for no nonsense, dog. I don't subscribe to that nonsense. I said that around my daughter one time. I said, I don't subscribe to that nonsense. She said she thought about it. She said, so that means you don't like the nonsense or you don't watch nonsense? I said, yeah, I don't subscribe to it, baby.
It's just amazing to me that people don't content. Anyway, let me go to 8827. 8827 on the line. Caller, talk to us. Please ask a question. Thank you.
I got a question for y'all, man.
Real quick. What's your name, brother? What's your name first?
It's Reggie McNeil from Cali, Miami, but I'm in Cali. You know how it go.
I see you, baby. Talk to me.
So look.
What up, though?
What they plan on doing with this defensive line? Because can nobody get to the passer? Can nobody bat any balls down? I don't see a real rotation going outside of them switching the Amari kid in as far as him starting. What's the plans on them either trying to find some guys to put in at D-line, or maybe can we put Big 51 at end? Maybe he can rush the passer and just say, hey, go rush the passer. Don't get in trouble. Just rush the passer maybe. Or maybe y'all just let 51 play because everybody else side not getting to the ball. So on the defensive line side, What can we do to help these DBs? Because they're getting killed. That's all I got.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Cali to Miami, man. Thank you so much, man.
Shouts out to Cali out there where it's hella hot.
Hey, dog, I was out there listening to West Side Connection today.
What you know about that West Side Connect gang?
That boy said I was going to slang keys. I blamed it on my knees.
You feel me? Back 1-0.
So go ahead, talk to us, man. What's your response? What's your response? Your response to the D-line not creating pressure or sacks to help out the coverage on the backside.
They definitely need to. Definitely got to find a way to. Got to find a rotation to do it. Man, that's a loaded question because you got like, what, 8 they're rotating right now, 9 maybe, but nobody is getting that consistent pressure that you would want, that you would see. Nobody's to where you could say he is that one, that one pass rusher that we know is going to get there. The best one, I think, has been 49 Moneybag Austin, Taj Austin. He's been getting back there. I think he leads the team with sacks, 3.5 or 4 sacks he has. So if you can find somebody on the other side of him, some guys on the sideline not even playing, I don't even think really getting a lot of a chance, and it's based off probably what they do at practice. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see Savelle Smalls rush over the guard some. I like to see J.J. Hawkins get some. He got some pressure last game. They play well in spurts, which tells me that maybe you need to, and this goes back to another problem that we had getting those penalties. Maybe you need to substitute more. Maybe your defensive lineman, assistant defensive line coach need to be there on tap with D linemen that can run in and out of the game quickly, calling out who they're getting and bring them in and out, because maybe they're just good for one play here and one play there. If that's the case, let's eliminate those plays they're doing absolutely nothing, bring them out and give somebody another chance to. So maybe they need to increase the rotation, dog, and have a little bit more emphasis on that and understanding, these when they're taking plays off, so to speak, get somebody else in there fresh that can play.
Yeah, I don't have a really response, man. I mean, I think the O-line and D-line suffer the same thing. You have what you have, and that's what you're going to get out of them unless you be creative with blitz packaging. You saw Trevor Woods come down, create a little edge pressure. I thought that was very smart by them in the sense of using personnel in that sense and kind of a change of pace. But other than that, you have what you have. If they dealt better, if they had better, they would do better and they would put better guys out there. That's just my opinion.
Let me say this real quick. With the you have what you have. It's like going somewhere and you got some bread and you got peanut butter and you got some jelly and you got a knife to spread the peanut butter and jelly on the bread with, right? Yeah, you want some steak. Yeah, you want, a good full course meal of something else. But guess what? Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Well, you want to eat this peanut butter jelly sandwich? Yeah, I will. All right, well, you better make this thing, cut it up, and make it look nice and neat. Make it look like a steak if you need to, but you need to eat it if you don't want to be hungry anymore. You got to use what you have until you can go get, what you want. And right now, we're eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches, using what we have to fulfill this hunger that we have, to sustain to play these games the best way we can. In the future, we look with the 5430 Foundation and such, we look to go out there to the grocery store, Whole Foods to be exact, and buy us some good old fresh ribeye steaks. And that's what we're looking to snack on. I'm sorry for the food analogy once again, but that's where I'm going right now.
That's right, Joe Owens for the $5 CP was on Saturday night. Hey, that was actually a funny skit, man. Shout out to them. That boy said, yeah, I went home and went to sleep. It was 29-0. That was actually funny. I mean, it was funny. Anyway, real quick, man, I appreciate that. All one. 1111. That's right. Florida State. 1111. November 11th. Veterans Day. We're going to see. Anyway, I'm just talking trash. Since I saw Frankie he like to bring up Miami on the Prime Debate Show.
Coach Hayes.
Yes, talk
Big
to us, man.
Chico, big fan.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
This is Matt calling. I'm actually calling from Colorado.
All right.
Two questions. Does Coach Prime have the team culture under control? Number two, does he have favorites, and is that impacting the team negatively? The first question has the culture. I just want to give a background with Shedeur when he's doing the watch, and that's what they said, 70,000. He's driving a Rolls Royce around. These guys are 18 to what, early 20s. How's that making the other teammates feel, right? Because the gist of a team supposed to be that if we don't all have it, no one has it.
Gotcha.
But it just seems like it's going to backfire when you got certain players unnecessarily showing their wealth. There's nothing wrong with having the money, right? But when you're showing it off to that extent, it's got to create jealousy and impact the culture. Look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the call. Go ahead, Chico. You chomping at the bit to get at it. Hurrah!
Dog, what is culture, dog? What is culture? Is what Coach Prime probably would say. What do you mean by culture, dog? What do you talk about culture, man? I don't like that word, culture. What I would say is this, though, for real, seriously. For one, Shedeur is driving around in a car that he paid for with his own NIL money, which is legal, which is they made it legal. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's how it's supposed to be a long time ago. You know, all this stuff about if I have it, we all have it stuff. That was probably back in 1975 when I was just a young boy. No, this is a new day, man. This is a new day, dog. And people can get paid from their name, image, and likeness. And everybody understands that their name, image, and likeness may be of different value. It's been publicized that Shedeur's name, image, and likeness is the highest value of any college player in football at over $4 million right now. So this is public knowledge. So if you want to sit there and be a teammate, but then be jealous of what he has, but what I don't have, then that's on you, dog. That's a personal issue. As far as the whole team, I think it's an understanding as far as being a football player, being a college football player. It's an understanding that, for one, the quarterback is going to get most of the attention, right? No matter what team you play on. He's going to get that most of the attention. He's going to get most of, whether it's the football media day pictures, whatever, they're going to request the quarterback first. So, no, I don't think it's a situation or an issue with the current players and how their mentality is as far as who has the diamonds, who don't have the diamonds. For those players who have an issue like that, those are the ones in that 15%, dog, who I think either don't believe or natural cancers, natural jealous of somebody else for whatever reason, and all that stuff. Overall, that's the climate of today, man. That's the climate of today.
You want to answer the second question?
What's the second question? Again, you remember it?
I do. Hold up, damn, I forgot. The second question is
They talking
hold
about
on, he's still on here. Hold on. Talk to him, man. What's the second question?
The second question, fellas, is favoritism.
Oh, favoritism. Thank you. Thank you. I got you. Thank you. Favoritism.
Watch what Coach Hayes say. Favoritism. What do you think about favoritism, Coach Hayes?
I agree. I'm gonna answer both. You on a roll, so I'll let you finish. Your food analogy, call him butter because he's on a roll.
He'll be here all week, Bob. I think favorites. Coach Prime is one person that has. Coach Prime is one person that has put out publicly that he has rankings for his kids. So in turn, he has favorites. Does every coach have favorites on the team? In a sense, yeah. Is it made obvious? Kind of. Not so much. Does it affect this team? I don't think so. He gives everybody a chance to jump up there and say something. He gives everybody a spotlight. You see different guys, past players and current players, or former CU players who was there previously, do interviews with him, get spotlight, get NIL situations. He showed the same love to everybody else out there, dog. So I don't think that favoritism. Where's the favoritism? I'm going with guys who want to make plays. That's what I see. Please show me the favoritism. I'm sure some guys on the team that feel like I should be playing. Why haven't I gotten an opportunity? And then they get in there, get an opportunity, mess around, and get a penalty or whatever, and have a short leash and wonder why. Well, why I got a short leash? Because you're the third string guy, and it was brought about in camp. Y'all fought for your positions, and now you're the third or fourth string guy, but you're mad because you're on a short leash, or you're upset saying that it's the coach's fault for it. No, dog. Continue to do your job and be ready for your opportunity when it comes, because the opportunity will come about, and it's about what you're going to do with it when it does come. I don't think the favoritism or lack thereof or whatever it is, I don't think it's there to where it's going to affect the team negatively.
All right, I'll say this: the first part about the flashiness is part of the game today. You know, what would be the difference even if he didn't? Excuse me. Even if he didn't have NIL, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Even if he didn't have NIL, his daddy's rich. What if he wanted to drive that car? He could own it through his family. So I don't think NIL is a reason to say, oh, he shouldn't drive a car. I'm not saying he said that, the caller. I was just saying that he's got a wealthy father. His father's flashy. He want him in nice stuff. If that's the case, then so be it. That's how I am. That's how I look at it. In that sense. The second part of the question is the culture or the overall look of it. I do say this. You have to remember, everybody is not Coach Prime. Everybody is not Shedeur. Everybody's not Shiloh. Everybody's not a Sanders. And it's hard for some of these players to adjust to this. It's hard for some of these players who are going through this. This is a lot. And like Coach Prime said, that light shines both ways on your good and your bads. It's going to highlight or light all that stuff up. In regards to the favoritism, all coaches have favorites. As a coach, you have to, this is how I handled it. You have to make sure you monitor your favoritism, because you're going to have favorites. I had kids I hated that I could. I mean, if I was 15, I would have fought them dudes. I'm just being honest, because it was just a personality conflict. And there were some guys that I had a favorite. They weren't maybe not a great player, but they were good kids. I liked them. I liked their personality. Then you had some guys who were great players, hated their personality. Guys that were, so it all mixes and matches. But here's where the problem is going to happen in Colorado if he doesn't watch it. It's not a Colorado thing. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
No. I was about to say something, and then you fixed it because you said, here's where the problem is going to happen if. I was going to say, so you're saying there is a problem that's going to happen. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I just don't know what just happened right now. But yeah, so here's a problem that's going to happen if Colorado loses more games, and the descent. It happens in any team event, not just football, basketball, badminton, corporate sponsorship, whatever. When you start losing, these things right here start coming out, fingers, and everybody starts pointing. Everybody, look at it. He out there with the rollie up, and he ain't even doing what he's supposed to do. You're starting to see it happen already. And that kind of crap leaks into the locker room. Because remember, like I told you, you got highly touted recruits who were good within their own right at their own respective high schools coming in here saying, I'm going to just bring up Kavosiey Smoke again because it's low-hanging fruit. It's easy. Bruh, I can't get one dang carry. And this dude right here got 8 carries for 25 yards. I can't get one carry. This dude got 6 carries for 23 yards. This dude got 7 carries for 33 yards. When I go put on SEC footage, tougher competition. I'm just talking about how people talk. Tougher competition. Well, I put up 100 in a game, and I can't get one carry. I'm telling you, losing creates dissension, and all of that low-hanging stuff starts to come out. It does. It's just it's human nature. I can't explain why where a guy should toughen up. It is what it is, because all of those dudes, all 105 of them dudes in that locker room feel like they the man, and they're not getting a chance. I just want to put that out there like that, and I'll just answer that quickly. I appreciate it, guys. If you've already been called on, please hang up. I know you were probably listening so you can hear the answers, but go ahead and please hang up so we can make room for other people. 5456 coming to you. 5456 coming to you. Oh, go on. Hold up. Where did he go? Oh, here we go. 5456 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yeah,
And your
there's
question.
Robert from Texas.
How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I only have 2 questions. The first question is, we had a very big lead in halftime. Now you're a coach, and Big Chico's also a coach. My first question is, isn't it imperative that we run the ball? The reason I ask is because Shedeur Sanders was our leading rusher.
Yes.
Here comes the same question. The same question is, we have the most penalties. Oh, actually, we're tied to dead last in penalties. I believe we had 17 penalties, and that goes to discipline. How do we become a more disciplined team? And that's it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that call from Texas. You called last week. I remember your name and voice. Appreciate it. All right. I guess I'll go first since you've been going first. How do you become more disciplined team? Holding people accountable, right? You know, like that play right there on Travis Hunter deserved a sideline ass chewing. Just what it is.
When he hit back, when he got caught with that penalty.
Punched the dude hit the dude in the face with 2 hands for really nothing provoked. The guy was really pawing at him because it was a run play. He was blocking. He didn't do nothing to Travis. You just frustrated and you that right there. See, sometimes you got to ask you, I guess that's a pause moment, the leader, because the followers see that. And when the followers see that, they're like, oh, let me get in line. See, sometimes you got to knock the head off a snake, right? Because the rest of the body will follow. And that right there, and not only that you did it, it was costly. It continued the drive. So you got to create discipline. You got to step on some toes sometimes, bro. Well, sometimes you got to bust a dude head. The same, like you got to do it. But go ahead.
Shoot. As far as running the ball, we had 35 rushing attempts. We have 47 passing attempts. They have 49 passing attempts to 39 rushes. It's not a terrible imbalance right there.
I'm sorry to disagree. The quarterback runs were not designed. They were takeoffs. We're talking about design runs.
Okay. All right. Well, you can take away how many runs did Shedeur have?
13.
13 runs for Shedeur. Now, are you counting the sacks too? I don't think he took off 13 times. So you might be counting the sacks too. I think he took off way less than that. But
he only had 3 sacks, so let's say 10.
All right, so let's say 10. So I would still say, okay, so that's 25 to 47 right there.
23.
23 rushing attempts.
You take 3 out. You take 3 off the 35, leave you 32, and then 10 of his rushing attempts, the 22.
Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I missed.
Oh, you good? No pressure. That's why I'm here, dog. Batman and Robin.
But
I'm Batman.
Hey man, be who you want to be. That's what they say when you walk. I ain't gonna say that analogy, but anyways, so 20-some rushing attempts. Who? Let me see. Real quick. Let me see who had the rushing attempts. If I can look at Shedeur or Dylan Edwards had 7. Anthony Hankerson had 8. So nobody had 10 on the team. It was, of course, an obvious passing type game that they came into the game playing with. So, yeah, a lot of more emphasis on the run game should be, whether it's early or later. I'm not sure. But you got to give your offensive line especially, chances to lean on the defense and to just impose their will, because that's where the offensive linemen get their identity from. I don't care. And I always say this, I always lean on this. No matter what game you're playing, who you're playing, how you're playing, if the offensive line can establish and move another man against their will, that gives a different type of psyche for that offensive line rather than dropping back trying to pass rush like that constantly. So whatever they got to do, man. And I'm all for, like I said, and that's what they scored on the last 2 times with Xavier Weaver. I'm all for the specially designed runs where you're sweeping one or you're pulling one way and handing off the other way. You're sweeping his way. You're faking here. You're tossing it there. I'm all for that, you know. And we've seen us be successful twice out of those big, heavy formations, and you give the handoff to Xavier Weaver. Ironically, the run plays that they beat us on was what? Sweeps just like we scored on. Handoffs to that big 84 tight end, and then handoff to the running back coming around the backside. Easy little.
But they specialize in that, right? Like that's their run game, right? When I look at their tape,
look, I'm looking. Yeah, if you're looking
no,
on
but
tape,
I'm just saying they don't specialize in inside zone or they specialize with that kind of wing T look.
So why would we stopping it then? If we specializing in that, then we should have been watching on film and saying that, okay, that run is not going to beat us, and that run is not going to beat us, especially when they line up like this. If you watch my live, I was watching the game, calling out the plays damn near, just based off of formation. Okay, they line up like this. Okay, 84 not going to beat us, and 3 not going to beat us on this play. All we got to do is keep outside containment, right? Because they're trying to bounce it to the outside. It's simple. And if I'm an offensive coordinator, they're not stopping it. I'm going to keep running it, dog. Those plays are nothing different than what we ran in Little League, man.
I don't think it's any different. I look at Ashton Daniels, the quarterback. He had 16 carries for 39 yards. The other dude, next highest was 7 with 30 yards. I mean, I thought y'all did a pretty good job stopping the run. I have to be honest. I didn't think it was a big deal. Like, my man got around the edge.
The quarterbacks got the 2 highest carries on both teams. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't really a run game anyway.
But to his point, I'm gonna now answer that. I think they should have. Colorado should have run the ball more. Like I said earlier, maybe he joined us late. We talked about both of those aspects. Is that, bro? The clock, the new rule. There's no stoppage of clock. So guess what? Every incomplete pass, the clock stops. But if I'm running the ball, even if I run out of bounds, the clock runs. Once you saw that first one, I'm not finna let this fuse get down on this firecracker, and I'm finna run this deal. I'm going to bring in the bigger body. Yeah, Dylan Edwards, love you to death, bro. I really do. Maybe when we run this swing route, I might throw it to you. But for right now, I'm getting behind these pads, and I'm finna give you a dose of this. Hataya. And that's all I know. That's all I know.
Real quick, Miss TV had a question saying, Chico, that's the second time in 2 weeks you have talked about them not watching film. Does that mean you don't think they are studying as they should be? When I say watching film, I mean as a staff and understanding what are the potential threats out of certain formations. And Coach Hayes said they're known for these type of runs. So I'm saying, okay, we should have known from watching film, just like Coach Hayes know that they are known for this, then we should be known to stopping this. We should be saying, okay, they're not going to get this out of this formation is what I'm saying. And yes, that comes from film study. Am I saying that they're not studying as they should be? I don't know. You know, where's the disconnect in that? But I'm saying, me as a staff member, I would be harping on those things. Listen, man, 84 on a tight end sweep is not going to be the thing that pick up first downs against us.
They're busting you up, dog.
I'm not worried about these guys who like to play on that, man. They'll probably never play a lick of football in their life. You know, ran up off the football field. I don't worry about that. Anyways, I'm speaking on real facts right here. Shouts out to Miss Dr. TV right quick. And I'm just answering these so she can understand about this film study and what I mean when I say studying film. And all those things show on film that when 84 lines up like this in this formation, they're either going to run it to him or they're going to give it to him. You know, they don't even pass out of these formations. You know,
I'm telling you, but I know one thing they do pass out of. That trips by 3x1, number 13. That's what I do know.
Go get you a Stanford shirt, dog, because I ain't never see you smile so damn much. Go get you a Stanford shirt, man.
You know why I'm smiling? I'm smiling because I'm actually smiling out of disbelief, bro. I'm smiling out of I have to be honest with you. I didn't expect this, dog. I saw 29-0. I'm in the champagne room. We chilling. We popping bottles as we do in the champagne room. And I'm like, bro, what is going on, bro? What is happening here? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, like, in my mind, I'm saying, how is this?
Melting down is what we're doing.
And the thing is, it And it wasn't a culmination of a bunch of guys. Let's call it spade. It was 14-13 saying, you ready to play catch, dog? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. 81-13 coming to you. Call and talk to us. What's your question?
Hey, how you doing, Coach? How you doing, Chico? This is Tim from New Orleans, man. How you doing?
What's that, NO?
Yeah, how are you?
It's all good. I'm good. Hey, is Colorado like it's like Georgia? I mean, are they the same? You know,
I look. I knew
either.
They're in the same what?
I'm get to my point, man.
Okay,
I'm
the same theater.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
This team, they've been put together in 10 months, and they won a couple of games. Now, I think people are putting their own interpretation on this team because they won a couple of games, and I think we're forgetting that they aren't that good, right? They got good players, but as a team, they aren't that good. So everybody's expectations are getting thrown all around because okay, this is a bad loss, but it's still Colorado. These guys have no chemistry like that. They put points on the board, but they don't even know how to win together yet. What I hear is everybody's making, now everybody is chopping these kids down to the ground about how they didn't play the second half. But everybody's all good when it was 29-0. Everybody, all of us is like, okay, sure, this is gonna be an easy night. But things turn real quick. Now I think that has to do a lot with the coaching, and I also think that has to do with the players too, because they are the ones that get coached all week long to get on the field to perform. Right. So here's my question.
Thank you, brother. Go ahead, talk to us. And I hate to be like, I'm gonna be honest, I hate to be like that, but there's so many callers in. Remember, but go ahead, talk to us.
I got it.
I appreciate you though, but thank you. Go ahead.
Why do we expect so much from this team now?
Oh, I can answer that right now. Are you ready? And I'll leave you.
I'm good.
My brother, what you just said is what I've been trying to stop for the longest. I said, temper your I'm talking in general to these fans. Temper your expectations. Do not crown them. Enjoy the process. Take the ride. Enjoy it. Right now, the team is not very good. Look at the kind of players they got. This is how I got deemed Coach Hater, Coach Hayes, Coach Hates, all of this stuff. Now, and I said, when it doesn't go the way you planned it, your feelings, and when I say you, I'm speaking in general, whoever put them on this pedestal, your feelings are hurt. And it's easier to blame everybody else instead of say, dang, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't have put him that high. I got caught up in my fandom, so forth and so on. And what is happening right now is exactly what I said was going to happen to these players. That's why I forbid people to turn on these players. If you see them in the chat, call them out, because they're the same one. Man, you a hater, man. This kid gonna do that. Man, they ate up Trevor Woods like he was nobody's business. They done ate up Kamani McLean. He should transfer. They done ate up Shiloh. He's da-da-da-da-da. Every kid that out there that has done something, he sucks. He's trash. Get rid of him. Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I didn't want to have happen to these guys. I've been talking about it. Hold on, I've been talking about it. And you asked me why are they doing it? I'm telling you, because it's called fandom. I'm doing a show tomorrow. It's called Tyler Van Dyke is Not the Problem. Change my mind. You should see our Hurricane fans turning on this dude. This dude threw 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And they want him gone. Where they do that at? But anyway, that's why I could respond to that. But anyway, go ahead, Chico.
I'm sorry.
That's on you. Go ahead, caller.
So I answered my part. I answered my part of it.
Well, I think that's because of the millions of new fans that, Deion fans or, the millions of them that is supporting him. Now, all these eyes are looking at these kids. I don't think these kids really asked for this stuff. It just came with Deion. So now they've been scrutinized more than ever. even, I mean, they're little mistakes. I mean, again, like I said, Kamani, these guys are 18 years old out here, and the millions of new fans are expecting these guys to play like they've been in 4 years of college already.
Exactly.
And then they're asking why he's not on the field. Why everybody's asking all these questions? They didn't think some of these guys ain't playing because they can't pass the classes.
Exactly.
And everybody's the point the fingers have definitely started on everything. Why this player, why that player?
Oh, Coach Kelly sucks. Coach Sean Lewis, he's terrible. But before that, man, you saw what he did against Georgia. Charles Kelly comes from Alabama. He's from Florida State. Now he should be fired. He's terrible. I'm telling you, dog, it's a witch hunt. But brother, I appreciate you. We got to run, man. I got to get a couple more. We're gonna get up off this deal.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm telling you, these are the things I've been talking about, Chico. But yeah, I'm the hater. I actually went back checking my receipts. I'm gonna put it up on the next show. People up there talking. You know why? Because these same people, I'm not gonna allow them to get away with it, dog. Nah, you don't come up here and slander my name. But these same people, Chico, have now turned. Hold up, Kamani McClain. I'm looking at past comments. Kamani McClain will come here and start day one. You're an idiot, Coach Hayes, if you don't think he's a day one starter. Kamani McClain is a baller. Hold up, and that same person comes in the comment. Kamani McClain should transfer. He's terrible.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
That's you on them comments. I would say this, man. I would say this. I was one of those guys who said Kamani should be a day one starter. Who, at least I thought he would be. He had the talent to be. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think so.
I thought he had the talent to be.
Listen, he has the potential. But what people are not understanding, as a true freshman, and this is what I've been saying for the longest, Chico. As a true freshman, you know how hard it is.
I started as a true freshman.
Okay, that's great. You're one off. Hold on. How many on your team? Hold on. How many on your team true freshmen started besides you?
It was a few of them.
Okay.
It was at least 3 or 4 of them in my class. But see, also
two starters.
See, look,
okay,
also this is a difference though. And I wasn't the only starting freshman. I wasn't the only starting freshman who can vouch for that. But you have some guys who can come in and play day one, or they can play, day 10 or whatever, game 5 or whatever. They can come in as a starter. But I thought he would come in and possibly have the potential to be a day one starter based off his coverage skills, based off his athletic ability, and based off what type of scheme I thought Coach Prime with them would be coming out there running, which is straight. Kamani, you got him. Travis, you got him. And we're going to, play everything in between and help you guys out where we can. That's what I was thinking. That's what maybe they should go to at some point, But right now, I don't think it should be no panic for somebody to say, man, he should transfer. I don't think anybody should transfer. I think what they're coming back with, I think what they're coming back with next year with a year to learn, with a spring game, with more recruits coming in, they're going to be reloaded and ready to go. You got Tyler Brown also coming back on the offensive line. Let's just say we bring in, right, you got a class of defensive linemen that come up in here and a class of offensive linemen that just come and get with this team that's already there. I ain't talking about adding no other position, just the team that's already there. You got a great ball club. Shedeur at quarterback, Dylan running back, McCaskill running back. You go outside, you'll still have Travis, you'll still have Jimmy Horn Jr. Weaver's gone, Javon Antonio's gone, but you got Amarion Miller, you got Adam Hopkins, you got Willie Gaines, you got Travaris Dawson, and you got other guys you might bring in. Defensive line, you got 4 big guys that you brought in, a couple of transfers from Texas A&M. I called it already. Linebacker, you improved there, right? You got to
get on Willie Gaines. What's going on with Willie Gaines? He played at Jackson State.
He made some plays. Is a good wide receiver. You saw in one game, they say he had the alligator arms where he went up for a ball and came back down quickly. Looked like they brought him out immediately after that on a short leash. Who knows why? Me personally, I think what he can do in this offense is valuable. Right now he's behind one or two guys that they feel like that can be a little bit more shifty or can do more things in the offense other than Willie. But I think he should be at least on kickoff return or some way to get him the ball in his hands. I thought it would be a lot more of a rotation on this wide receiver group also, with so many of them having so much talent. I did think that it would be a lot more of a rotation rather than guys running downfield, coming right back to the huddle or to the line of scrimmage to run another play. I thought they'd be rotating guys.
Real quick, Prince Lemuel Israel, appreciate $10. It's their first year, folks. Need to chill. When did everybody become expert on coaching? Everyone has something to say, but never play football. Crazy thing happens all the time. Let them coach. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's all I've been saying, bro. That's all I've been saying from the beginning.
Prince, that ain't what he been saying, Prince. That ain't what he been saying.
So tell me what I said.
You said
I'm waiting. Hold up. I'm gonna ask you the same question as everybody else. What did I say tonight or any other night that makes me a hater?
Travis got done up, dog. Travis got done up. Man, why? If I was Cavassier Smoke, I'd be like, why I ain't getting no carriage, dog? Why ain't get? That's hateration, holleration in this dancery. That's bringing up negativity all around up in this thing, dog.
Tell me what a lie is, though. Where's the lie?
You got to lie. You ask for the hate. You ain't ask for the lie. You ask for the hate.
That's not hate. Travis Hunter did get done up. That's a fact. But Coach Prime would say the same exact thing. But he not hating on his own team. He not hating on his own team when he says he goes out there and he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. That's not hating.
Hey, man. Hey,
I'm asking the question. Whoa! I'm asking the question.
What you said that I felt like was hating.
Not asking what you felt like. I'm asking you what was.
Well, what was coming from that angle, saying, "Oh, are you with us or are you against us? If you are with us, then it's a way you Travis got done up, dog."
Well, Michael Irvin a hater too. Shannon Sharp a hater too.
No, they ain't no haters.
They said the same thing.
They said the same thing in a way of
see, that's the point. Y'all want somebody to rock the baby to sleep. Travis Hunter got done in. That's a fact. There's nothing. I didn't say he was terrible. No, I didn't say he was terrible. I didn't say he couldn't cover. He got done in. That's a fact. That's not anything. That's not hating. That you worried about my tone. You worried about
what
Travis Hunter got beat. No, dog. We on a football show. Travis Hunter got done in, dog.
Well, I'm with the people in the chat who say it's more or less on the hater side than it is on the.
But y'all still can't tell me what the hating statement is. You can't tell me what the hating statement is.
Let the chat decide. Chat, y'all decide.
I'll put a poll up right now.
Chat, y'all decide. What the chat say? Chico, he knows what you're talking about. Omega Red said he too emotional. Truth ain't hate. Okay. Coach Prime said losing a 29-point lead was. Stephen A. Smith a hater. If he is, then Tom Brady is too, because they said the same thing about Shador. I said the same. I said that too, though. He shouldn't have threw the pass.
You a hater. No hateration in the coloration and the danceration. Dog. It's like if you say anything, if you say anything, but you don't like the way somebody said, I said Travis Hunter got done in, dog.
But it's like you celebrating it. It's like you came here celebrating.
No, that's how you interpret it.
Caution.
Can I tell you this?
I'm with the chat right now. Let the chat decide.
I think you are so worried about, because if I laugh, I'll look at a chat. You be like, well, see, look at him laughing. I'm looking at a chat. If I say anything, I'm just telling you, dog. It's like you don't want to ruffle any feathers.
No, I ain't worried about no feathers. And
I'm just saying,
for you or anybody else worried about talking about,
I'm just simply saying, if you say I'm a hater because I said Travis Hunter got done in.
No. Listen. We're talking about what the caller said, right? And I'm telling you how that could be perceived as more or less hater than on a coaching or critiquing side. Now, it's the same. It's no different than you saying I'm doing politics and I'm saying, well, you're doing hateration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a straight answer. It's a yes or no answer, and you be going all around the corner with it, and that's up to you. That's why you talk. I don't get involved in that. You talk and you say what you got to say. I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's not hatery because you said dude got beat.
Coach Hayes, don't mess up the lyrics of the song, man.
I don't know the song because I'm not a hater, so I don't know the hater song.
You know Mary J's song. You know
I don't.
Mary J said dun 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 dun. If
it don't come on Love and Hip Hop, I don't know it.
That's what you need to do. You need to start watching Love and Hip Hop. That's what it is. He watched Love and Hip Hop, so he want to come over here and argue all day. That's what it is. He just bring up,
argue, dog. I just
argue about y'all.
If I say
call Mona Scott Young, get him on the show.
I'm just saying, bro. When I just say something, it's deemed hateration, negativity, playeration, dance ration, whatever it's called. All I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, the fact is, he got beat.
And hold on. I get Chico's point. Laugh out loud. Chico on the job with Prime, scared to tell the truth. He's emotional. Chico and Unc Neely.
Hello, where you at? Make a beat on the poll, hater or not. All right, I love it. I'm gonna do that. Lexus, hold on, Lexus. I see you. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, I gotta make a poll.
See, y'all think me or Uncle Neely is biased because we can understand and we can see, I guess, what was about to happen and what's going on, and we can also see the fake love out there, and y'all, the hit dogs can holler. We can also see,
I like that one.
Like I said earlier, that we know what we cooking with, and we know what the outcome is, and we know how everybody is reacting out there, which is, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, but that same thing making y'all laugh gonna make you cry. That's all we see.
And I think they're going to be a very good team. But you know what you see? Even the main talking heads, right? They know what it is. That's the cash cow. Nobody wants to say anything.
Why are people saying don't nobody want to say anything when people said people saying stuff all day today? So call them.
No. I'm talking about the talking head, the power. You don't see Shady McCoy, Joy telling them ain't said nothing. That game was Friday. Now I know they may not do a show till Monday. Nothing.
Well, I don't know what they said, but I'm sure they're going to be. They're going to be just as objective as before. They could be prime.
I promise you,
you could be prime fans. You could be prime supporters. You can understand what Coach Prime is trying to come with, but you can also criticize the real on what you see, dog. I said it
exactly, and that's all I said.
You asked me what was the problem and who should take the blame for the game. What did I say?
That's most people.
What did I say?
Everybody. Everybody takes the blame. Not one just person. It's everybody. It's the coaches, the water girl. The pH level was 0.5, and it was a shoelace tire. He had a cramp and metacarpal. I'm just saying.
Get out of here.
Like no, but that's what I'm saying. Like that to me, instead of I call it straight out to say, look, yeah, Coach Prime did take the blame in the media, but he also takes it for this particular reason. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to say everybody. Yeah, everybody did contribute. But if one guy beat your butt, like if one guy is beating your behind, I better stop that one guy. That's how I look at it. We got a few calls. I'm gonna lock the formation right now. Let's get these calls out because we've been talking too long. All right, Lexus, talk to us.
Skip.
Lexus.
Skip.
$5 from Joe Owens. Make a beat on the poll of hate. I can't do it right now because we got dual shows, but we have to do it prior to. But I'll do it on the next show. I'll do it on the next.
Y'all spam the chat right now. Let us know what y'all think right now. Shouts out to Off Script up in here talking about what Chico, what he said, what Chico fake here. Oh, what excuse Chico on here making for Prime now? Daryl Page said Chico is Skip. Okay, Coach Prime, his mom was right when he said
Lexus. Okay, I'll just make sure you on. All right, finish your thing, Chico. You were reading, and we're gonna get to Lexus.
Now go ahead, Lexus. Let's hear what you got to say. Oh, now.
All right, Lexus.
Okay. First of all, let me say to Coach Hayes,
yes,
I do not in any way, shape, or form think you are a hater.
Mhm.
I think people, when they have a fan of somebody or like somebody, they have a problem telling them the real. You know me, Coach Hayes. You know me well enough to know that there is no bigger fan of Coach Deion Sanders, Primetime Sanders, than me.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was absolutely pathetic. You don't be down 29 points and lose to nobody. It kind of reminds me of the Super Bowl with the Falcons against the Patriots. I haven't forgiven the Falcons for that yet. When they set a record of the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, and lost that game.
Yes,
it was pathetic, and you can. It was so much blame to go around that everybody should have been showered with it. Same thing with this game, and you're not a hater because you have a critical thought or opinion about how somebody blew a game. Travis Hunter should have been snatched by the head as soon as he made that stupid mistake. Just like any other player should have been, that may have made the same mistake. You can have favorites. You're gonna have favorites. I don't care. I have 7 nieces and nephews, and one of my nephews had me wrapped around his finger. But at the same time, I'll snatch him up just as quick as I will the other 6. I don't think you are a hater and never was a hater because you have a thought about what happens in a football game. So to ask the question, I'll get on to the question. You are the coach, Coach Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
You are now in Deion Sanders' prime time shoes. What do you do from here? That's my question.
Ooh,
How
I love
do
it.
you handle it?
I love it.
That's my
going
question.
to do?
And I'm gonna hang up.
Now you gotta imagine. Now you gotta imagine that you got some.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, here's what I do. I'm a different guy than Coach Prime, so I look at it a little different so far as the flash, but I start from the basics, right? We strip this thing down because we look at it as we've played very tight games, except this one. We jumped out 29-0. This is me on the outside looking in. Now what I do is I may have to tone down some things to get the refocus of the players, right? I have to look at these players and say, okay, you know what? Everybody is not my son. They didn't grow up in this limelight. They don't understand how this deal works. Maybe they did put the cart before the horse in the second half. Like, yeah, we got this. They suck, yada, yada. We get back to the nuts and bolts and the fundamentals of football. That's where we are. We got 5 games left. We got a bye week. We get healthy, as healthy as we can be in the next 5 weeks. I mean, in the next week off, come back in knowing we got to play they got a tough road ahead of them. And we get back to the fundamentals of this deal. As coaches, we self-scout. We go look at ourselves. What is it that we're doing bad? What is it that we need to scrap? What is it that we need to emphasize? Right? Meaning, let's not spin our wheels on stuff that's just not working and we've been doing it for 6-7 weeks. If it's not working, scrap it. Whatever we're doing, let's emphasize it and let's build some arms off of it. How do if I run the outside zone wheel, how do I now build a counter off of it? There are a lot of things. You're in the second half of the season, and you got to get a good self-scout in and find out what they do well. Here's one thing I saw Shedeur do very well this weekend. Take off. He took off and ran. He was in the positive, 37 yards positive in this game. It wasn't the only thing I'll say, put the ball away, brother. He run through there with his hand out. Only thing I'm going to say is put that ball away. That's the only critique I have about running. Other than that, he did well, made great decision, get off, take off, let's get it. Yeah, he messed up at the end, but that's neither here nor there. Let me go back to her question. That's where I look at this deal. How do we retool stuff? How do we maximize the things we do well and eliminate the bull crap we don't? And maybe I need to calm down on the well-off for a week. Let's just see how it looks. Maybe I need to calm down on all of the.
Come on, man.
I'm just telling you. I got to refocus my team, dog.
What
I hear that.
What does well-off coming down on well-off media has to do with anything?
I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm not saying don't
You said calm down on well-off media. Why?
I mean, calm down, meaning like what I'm saying is constantly put the stuff out. Let's all take a break.
What
I'm saying is,
that have to
I'm trying to answer, dog. I'm trying to. She asked me, just like you said. Well, what's my thoughts, Mike? I'm telling you, for me,
let me turn my mic off. Go ahead.
Okay. You can turn it off. You can turn it up. All I'm saying is, and she asked me, what I'm saying is, don't film, don't foot it, but let's refocus and let's retool this thing for a minute, and let's get these kids back on track. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm not saying that you don't put the footage out sometime later or whatever. I'm trying to win ball game. Forget your entertainment. Forget your daily fix of well off. I'm trying to this is me. I'm trying to fix what I have right now. And maybe, I don't know if it is or isn't a distraction because I've never tried it without it. So let's see what it looks like without it. And let's see if it does make a significant difference. That's it. And that's my answer.
Man, if I slow down on social media and my team responds to that, I got a problem. Because social media ain't got a daggone thing to do with what you doing out here on the field, dog. My son over here filming, not you. You can slow down you can have them slow down on their page. Hey man, all y'all individual pages. If you doing these videos, if you're filming and stuff,
that's fine too. Yes,
and it's taken away from your learning. Y'all need to stop y'all individual pages. Bucky get paid to do this. He doesn't play football. He's not in college. He doesn't have any kids to worry about.
Okay, no problem.
You guys,
I'm cool with that. But I'm cool with that. Rico, listen,
you said specifically to slow down on well-off media, not slow down on these kids.
I said calm down.
Calm down, slow down, hold off.
When I said it, damn, dog. Okay, if you listen for a second,
go ahead.
Right, I did say. God damn, man. I did say well-off media, right? But you're 100% right. I was really talking about social media. If you really want to know the truth, I'm talking about all social media. I did say well-off media, but I'm talking about all aspects of it. You're 100% right. Hey, that page need to calm down. This page, we got to focus right here, right now. We got to focus right here, right now, and we got to bring. This is my approach to starting off on a 29-point deficit. What I'm saying is, let's get back into this thing right here where we get in to our own bubble. And so, yeah, I did say well off, but I'm talking all social media right now. I know Bucky get paid for that stuff, and I get it. Uncle Neely and everybody else or whoever. But at the end of the day, W's and L's is what really matter, right? Not clicks and likes. And I'm not trying to be funny and not trying to be funny making a pun. I'm saying at the end of the day, I got to make sure these 105 dudes are ready and prepared to play because they got a Herculean task coming in front of them.
Well, I'll say what Neely said to me one time. He said, words matter. And you said well off. And so that's what I was harping on because you said well off. Now, if you would have said all social media, that's something different.
And I correct myself. It's okay.
Okay. So I'll go back on that and respond to what
you
said.
I misspoke. I misspoke. I apologize.
I'll go back and respond to your correction, which is all social media. I can, in some ways, say, okay, but is that the reason for us losing? No. Social media, is that the reason for us losing? But now, is that the reason for us probably having these penalties and such? Okay, all right, I'll try it now. All right, listen up, dog. Everybody out there, y'all need to stop posting on your YouTube page right now because obviously it might be a distraction. I need y'all to go to school and get in your film sessions. If I catch you posting on YouTube and I catch your film study hours or less than what they need to be, then you're going to be in double trouble, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. I can understand that, and I halfway agree with you on that. But as far as going to well-off media, the people around them that's making the people around them that's making you silly. The people
I was trying to mute my mic like you asked me to, dog. Sorry. Go ahead.
The people around them that's making content, I don't think, man, because even before Bucky and them, there was content being made around teams all the time. It's just that this content is made by cooler people that are closer to the program, give you more of an insight and doing it in a way that they do it. Also getting the players involved some. So if also I'll say if I'm Coach Prime, hey dog, if any of you guys getting in front of Bucky camera and y'all talking all this bull junk on camera, and y'all, you're smiling and hard in front of the camera and stuff, but you're not, once again, in your film study, coming to meetings, doing what you're supposed to do across the board, then you're going to be in double trouble. Yeah, I'll say something like that, but me just saying, hey, man, stop posting. Oh, you hate on Bucky for stop posting. For me to say stop posting and stop doing this, well-off media, reach the people media, or the pregame show, then that's just crazy and that's asinine. I think that sets you up for if that is a reason for your team to play better, then you got the wrong squad, dog. They shouldn't be worried about any outside noise. It should be all about
is, you don't.
their
But
job and on the
Chico,
field.
but
And you're
Chico,
trying to say you don't know because you've never done it before, is what you're
so
saying.
why not? So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying
you have
is,
to operate in this. That's like saying, let's go practice in some superficial rain or something, right? Like it's like you're trying to make up something. Because what I'm saying is this is how the world is. You're gonna always have cameras around you. So for us to try to say, let's stop the world and how it is and see if we win, what? It's gonna be cameras around all the time, win, lose, or draw. So get used to it. You got to perform under these circumstances, because they're gonna be there all the time. That's like saying, can we play a football game with nobody there? Hey, we've been losing, so can we try to play it with the stadium empty again? Can we try like that? We never played with an empty stadium. Let's see, can we win with an empty stadium? What? Dog, you better get your mind right, or else you don't need to be here. You worried about cameras? You worry about people? You worry about outside noise? Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
Right.
That has nothing to do with what goes on to the field, unless you're letting it be a distraction. You know,
as they like to do when they be finished with a point, they take their papers and they hit them on the desk.
There you go.
I'm done. I'm cool with it. All right.
Danke schön, Peterson.
Rice and peas. I don't know what that means. 1607 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your question. We got 4 people and we out of here.
Rice and peas.
1607.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I surely can.
First of all, we could be almost 6-1, a few plays from that, or we could almost be 2-5. So we need to stop being so emotional. So here's my questions. One, what can we do? A lot of offense is coming up to stop more crossing routes. Now the slant, because obviously we're having trouble stopping that. Next question is, do you think we'll put 2 backs or like a fullback, like a Bishop in the backfield, or even a 2 tight end set to help give Shedeur a little bit more help? Last question, is it something Coach Prime can do to make this from a Coach Prime team to a Colorado team? And this is Corey from Alabama.
All right, Corey, can I need it? Because guys, okay, I'm like Coach Prime. Hold up, dog. I'm old. So you asked about
man, you the one you always saying go fast.
No, but I just want one question though. You came in with a 3-piece and okra. All right, it's only supposed to be one question. All right, hold up. The first question is what? What's the first question?
The slant and the crossing routes. What can we? You can just stay right there because that's the biggest question.
Okay,
what
slant
and
crossing.
To stop some of these slant and the crossing routes coming up for these next 5 games.
Okay. I've answered this quite a bit, and I'll answer it one more time. Chico, you're more than welcome to dive on in as he eats his salmon croquettes. Listen, I don't know what I just said that. Here's what I'll say. Slants and crossing routes are not always, but if you can predetermine them through formational, like pre-snap reads, you can never say anything's 100% certain, but a lot of things are identified due to splits, due to wide receiver splits. That's one way. Identifying it, letting somebody know if you're playing zone on the other side. Watch the drag. I brought this up before. We used to yell dragon, dragon, dragon. That lets the other side linebacker or whoever's responsible to know that look for the potential dragger, right? If you're playing man, it's going to be very hard. But if you're going to play man and you can see it, you got to create some kind of pressure and get to the quarterback before he can get to the other side. That's how I look. And you saw it against Colorado, but they ran into each other, so it threw the route off. And therefore, the pressure got on it, it was over. That's easy for that. Chico, anything?
Man, I don't know whether I want to piggyback off that, but you got another question. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say on that.
Yeah, you can go to that offensive question, Chico. Will we see anything in the second half of the season as far as possibly putting 2 backs in the backfield or possibly 2 tight ends to give Shedeur a little bit more help in the backfield, as well as that second part? I'm gonna hang up. Do you think we can go from a Coach Prime team to a Colorado team, i.e., fight songs, stuff like that? I'm hanging up.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Whatever Coach Prime is, man, that's how the world is. It's like you asking Can Coach Prime be a ghost? I don't think so. Nah, he always gonna be him, and wherever he goes, people gonna want to come see him, no matter who he's coaching. Can the offense be a 2-back offense? I think it can. They have enough backs to put 2 of them back there to run different type of counters, misdirections, and can help with the pass protection with this offensive line. I like those questions. Just like Jermaine said, I do think you can feature 2 backs, and also you can also have some of those tight ends be featured in just so many ways, instead of just being so vanilla and coming out there just line up wide and let Shedeur do his thing. And we got to do some misdirection, dogs. And we've seen us score on those 2 run plays on the goal line. We have to do more of that in the open field. Just imagine if Dillon was the one getting the handoff other than Weaver. And Weaver is super fast too. But just imagine if Dillon, who's just a natural runner, and can get upfield, I think it might be a little bit tad faster than Zay Weaver. Just imagine that, putting these guys in those positions to be successful, instead of we just gonna give them a swing route. We're just gonna give them a flat route. We're gonna try to dump it to them on the screen. All these things we're looking for. If I'm a linebacker in there covering Dillon one-on-one, I'm looking for the screen. I'm looking for the flare out. I'm looking for all the routes he's been running, rather than anything coming across the formation, misdirection. You don't know whether he's getting the ball or not. Oh, now I got to be in cement shoes and be in no man's land while this guy's getting outside of me. There's a lot of things they can do on offense. I want to see them do that in the future.
I'll just say this quickly about the formation. I don't think they're going to do it. It's not been part of Sean Lewis's offense. Doesn't mean they can't do it. I just don't think they're going to do it. There's a difference, right? That's just not part of his offensive scheme and schematic, unless maybe it's part of a goal line package or short yardage deal. But to see that just from the 20 to the 20 on 1st and 10, I doubt it. Doesn't mean they can't do it. Doesn't mean they're not working on it. I just highly doubt it, because that's what it is. When it comes to from Coach Prime to a Colorado team, I really can't answer that. He's got his hands in everything, and that's a good thing, meaning like he makes decisions on a lot of stuff. Excuse me, and a lot of things that he does, it's interwoven between Coach Prime and Colorado, right? You see Prime, the Prime effect, or Prime on this stuff with the 21 in it, but it's in the Colorado colors. So he has, he has embedded himself in the Colorado culture, and the Colorado culture is embedding themselves into Coach Prime, the Prime effect. That's the easy way I can answer that. 2159 coming to you. Call or talk to us. What's your question?
21.
Got 2 more after this.
Hey guys, how y'all doing, Coach Chico? Had a real quick couple questions. First, about the y'all probably talked about this earlier, but the lack of adjustments made in the second half. Why they didn't double 13, and I think they finished the regulation with all 3 timeouts. Playing basketball, like when teams get on runs, if you are big and you losing it, you run through those timeouts. I don't think they called a timeout at all in the second half. And then the lack of inconsistency regarding the rotation in the secondary. You know, Cooper gets beat, he out. Kamani gets beat, he out. Stottmeyer gets beat. It just seemed like it's inconsistent. And then I do want to say, Coach, I agree with you. Travis should have got fussed at when he got that penalty, because if I'm not mistaken, a few plays later, that's when Stottmeyer got beat in that back corner, and then that had that, and the coach yelled at him about that. So I think that may play a little bit into that favoritism right there a little bit too. But
Gotcha.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. You got the question, Chico? Because I've already answered them. So go ahead.
I'm laughing at the chats, man. Sorry about that, but I don't know, man. I think Travis should have gotten yelled at. I'm not sure if he did or he didn't. I didn't have a camera on him the whole time. I think that it was a key point in the game. What you laughing at, man? What is it again? You looking right at me? Should I laugh at something?
My cup running
laugh
at I just let my cup empty. I was laughing at myself.
Key point in the game, but it wasn't just that sparked everything. I do think that Travis, made a mistake there, and a lot of people get caught after they retaliate from something like that. It's something that happened. He should have been called out for it. Carter Stockmeyer, I guess, comes into the game, and that rotation is inconsistent in my opinion. I don't think that you should see one guy in the first half and then never see him again based off of him wrong coverage or something, or him getting beat. We see all the other guys get beat too. Yeah, they should have double teamed 13. Obviously, we talked about that earlier, and we don't know what the coverages were. Coach Hayes did his breakdown. Y'all can check that out on the good, the bad, the ugly on his page. But as far as what I saw, I think it was either I'll say the back shoulder throw. That was just an unfortunate play, and then he got out of position, and then he took it to the house. Then the one over Travis's head, great catch. That's going to be on Sports Center for a long time. They just made some plays, man. So we were in position to make a couple of plays, but we didn't make them. So I don't think that's a coaching call. I just think we didn't make those plays, and that's what it is. Big Dog Chico for governor. You gonna vote for me?
No taxes in Hawaii.
Man, please.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I've been answered those questions several times. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. I know we're short on time, but we already at 2.5 hours, and we got 2 more callers. But thank you, brother, for calling in. Yeah, trying to get off here. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
We don't know whether Tyler Brown will get to play yet. Oh, now not at your price. They're trying to put a petition out for him right now. They got a free the rock going right now. The situation is, I was thinking that if he came back to play, that'll take another year from him. But apparently, from what his mom's saying is, with him being out now, that year is going to be taken away anyway. So if he come back and play this second half of the season, then at least he'll get those games under his belt. But regardless, the year is still going to be gone. So he'll have 2 years left after this instead of 3.
See this Joe Toes right here. 49er Tony. Look at Joe Toes.
How you know it's Joe Toes, man?
You know why? Because 49er Tony was the same when they called me a hater just a few minutes ago. And then, of course, they wouldn't be saying it unless 49er Tony, you playing for the 49ers, the other team. So anyway, let's keep pushing. Like I say, Joe Toes.
All right, it's time for everybody out there. If you're in the chat right now, we need to know where you're checking in from so we can give those shout outs to you. Let us know where you're checking in from and how you checking in. Also, why Coach Hayes get the last one on.
Yeah, 8478. We got 2. 8478. Call or talk to us. What's your question? Let us know where you're checking in from. 8478. Going once. Wake up. 8478. Going twice. 8478. Out of here. 7883. 7883. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. What's your question? Last one of the night.
Coach Hayes, you are hilarious.
Thank you. Who am I speaking to?
This is Marie.
Marie S?
This is Marie. Yes, I am a subscriber to you as well as Big Dog Chico. And, I love Big Dog Chico. But look, let me say this.
Marie.
Hayes,
yes,
I like you too.
Thank you.
I really, you are a super fan disguised as a Colorado hater. But I get it. That's
Okay.
just like, take for instance, I'm a Cowboys fan. I always watched it since a little girl. And you can be an Eagles fan. So, there's that hate in there. I get it. But where it gets disrespectful is when you say that it's a cult that's following CU.
Get them.
Oh, I don't have a question. I just have a few things to say.
Don't worry about it. Get them.
Now, you the last one. I wouldn't mind talking
Okay.
to you, Maria, because I see you all the time. I would
All
love
right.
to ask you some questions, but go ahead. Not to be fun, I'm
Yes,
being
sir.
serious. I
Thank
appreciate it. Go ahead. Finish your piece.
But no, what I was saying is I'm a Coach Prime fan. I even watched them when they were over at JSU.
Mhm.
So when he went to Colorado, I followed him there. I even got some Colorado gear and everything because I think what he's doing for men, especially the black men,
Yes.
that doesn't have that father figure and everything like that, I respect him. Not just because of his ball. And all of this hate and everything that people are talking about, fire Coach Prime and all that crazy stuff, it's ridiculous. If anyone has ever, not just the game of football, if you ever played any sport, on any given day, you can be beat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you're running track, whether you're playing basketball, I don't care. If you're playing a number one team, you can be beat.
Right.
So, with all that said, I just wanted to call in and say that this is my number one. Well, let me see. Is this my number one show? Because I really like that Prime Parents
That's good.
show that Big Dog Chico does.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, I love your show and keep up the good work. And I'm gonna always call you a hater.
I thank you, Maria.
Okay,
S.
get together. But I know in
don't
my
you leave.
heart, you really
Don't you
are
leave. Don't you
a
leave.
super fan.
Don't you leave, Maria.
And that's all.
You right now. Don't you leave off this line now, Maria.
Go ahead,
Here's my-
Maria. Thank you very much for calling in, Maria.
Nah, you look
Yeah,
at you, Chico.
Coach Hayes.
Easy, Bredron. Easy.
That's right.
But I just want to say, Maria, you're right. I am a super fan. The difference between me and the reason I brought up the word cult is because the cult fans are not realistic. See, there's the difference. I'm a super fan of Coach Prime. I really am. They are super fans of Coach Prime. Unfortunately, they are not realistic in the approach. And what is starting to happen right now is exactly what I've been saying, Maria. And I know you've been kind of around for a while. I've seen your name up there quite a long time. You're starting to see the people turn on him, turn on Coach Kelly, turn on Coach Sean Lewis, and now it's starting to bleed over to these players.
Those are the non-believers in the first
I know,
place.
but you have to understand.
Exactly.
Those are the cult. But listen, those are the ones you have to remember. They're not realistic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you don't have realistic expectations, because now you know what you're starting to hear, Maria? It's only their first year. Why don't you give them time to coach? No. But that's exactly what should be being. Hold on, Maria. That's exactly what should be being said. The problem is when this whole thing came out, if you asked a question, you were deemed a hater. I'm like, guys, I said 6-6. It was people saying, man, they ain't gonna win a game this year. I literally said 6-6 because I thought, based on those games that I saw, kind of what they were bringing in. Again, it's all guessing game. But I said, hey, 6-6. If Coach Prime gets 6 wins, they should build a statue outside of Colorado for him. I said that.
But you don't think that? But do you believe that though? Do you believe?
I believe they can go 6-6. Yes.
No. Do you believe like it almost sounds kind of condescending or kind of like a backhand?
That's your interpretation. No, it's not.
I'm talking about for the people, not just for me. Listen, brother. I believe it. I believe it, dog. I believe it.
If y'all feel, no, you don't. If y'all really feel that everything that I say, I think it's because you guys already have a predetermined notion about me, or you think that he's a hater. So anything I say is like it's backhanded or it's got a different ulterior motive, and it doesn't. I've said from the time he got hired, looking at the schedule, looking at the players he brought in, I said, bro, you're bringing in 75 new players. You have a huge uphill battle that you're facing that most fans don't understand. And the things that are starting to rear their head are showing right now, Maria S. And all I wanted to do, believe this or not, whether y'all could believe this or not, I was trying to get the fan base to say easy, because when it doesn't go, you know how many barbershops and sports talks I've been in? When these people put expectations up here and it doesn't go your way, you blame everybody else.
But Coach Hayes, Coach Hayes, if you're a true fan of any sport, like I've been a fan of the Cowboys since I was a little girl. My daddy actually taught me the game when I was just a little girl. And that's how I know the game of football and what's going on the field. So when the doggone season start, I don't expect the Cowboys to. Well, I don't know, but I usually don't expect the Cowboys.
Right there, you just had
bad.
right there. You were about to speak some realism.
I expect them to do.
But Maria,
my expectation and reality may be different. But anytime my team step on the field, just like Colorado, I don't care who they playing. I expect those guys, just like Coach Prime say, to dominate. Whether they do it or not, we'll see when all the dust, settles. But my expectation is for them to do their best.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
it. I'm never gonna look at a schedule and say, oh, we haven't played the Eagles yet, so we're gonna lose. We're gonna take an L on that one. Who does
Thank you. That's what I've been saying, Maria. That's what
But
I've
what
been
you're
saying.
but
I know
Maria,
she's
no,
good.
but Maria, what you're doing is fine because I'm not trying to say this as funny or anything. You're looking at it from a fan. My whole niche on YouTube is to bring it to you from a coach's perspective. I'm not a fan page. I've said that. I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm not here to rah, rah, rah. I do the same exact thing to the Miami Hurricanes, in which I love. They're my team. But I will clearly come out and say what's right, wrong, or indifferent as I look at the program. Right? I said Miami Hurricanes go 7-5. Hell, I thought I was going to be wrong. And the way it's looking, we about to be 7-5 because I look at it through a different lens. But I think people don't understand that. People don't want to hear that. They think I'm a fan. And I clearly keep saying, I don't look at things through a fan's lens, right? It's almost like you ever had a person, since Chico like analogy, I always call myself the analogy king. You ever had somebody who is, say they're a doctor in the house, right? Or a dietitian. Everything you put in your mouth, you know that's got 45,000 calories, right? You know that's got 15 calories. It's like they look at it through a different lens. I look at it, what I wanted to do when I started YouTube was to give fans what it looks like behind the curtain from a coach's perspective. And that's all I've ever said that I was going to do. Now, if y'all can't handle that, and I say y'all, I'm speaking in general.
Hold down.
Calm down, killer. Calm down, killer.
Why I gotta calm down? Why I gotta kill them? No,
I'm
hold on. Let me
just
finish my
saying,
point.
don't
Let
say
me finish
it.
my point.
Don't-
No, let me
don't-
finish my point.
Don't say we
'Cause-
can't handle it.
No, what I'm saying is if you can't see, but that's just it. Y'all already ready to jump down the throat and you ain't hear what I said.
I'm here to address what you said when you said you
Okay, let me finish though. Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead.
I think it's your approach. Your approach, your delivery.
What is wrong with my delivery? How does my delivery sound? I think I'm calm. I'm talking to you. I'm looking directly into the camera. I haven't coughed. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to talk. I'm calm. I mean, damn, I don't know what else to do. Maybe I need to caress the baby bottle. I don't know what else to do. Like that's my thing.
Yeah, do that. Do
Everything
that,
here.
Coach Hayes.
No,
Do
but that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Mr.
But
Sarcastic. Don't
no,
do
I'm
that.
being sarcastic
Don't do
because
that.
I don't know what else to say to y'all.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people call you a hater, I think, because of that video you did when Coach Prime was actually leaving JSU.
Mhm.
And then I came back and I actually saw when you apologized for
Yes.
that previous video when you like slammed him because he left the HBCU.
I did. Mhm.
So that's when I actually started appreciating your channel and actually started listening in to what you said, because this man's calling is bigger than just what's on the football field. God has called him to help many men on and off the field.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm
So
not
I'm gonna
disputing that.
always-
But
so I'm
Maria,
gonna
I'm
always
not
support
disputing that whatsoever. But I will challenge other people who take that same approach. We don't corral Stan Drayton.
I blew it, Clyde Stein.
Hold up. Am
Who
I
is
right?
that?
Exactly. That's the black head coach at Temple. He changing lives, but he's not
Okay,
polarizing.
I'm from
Hold on.
Hey, I'm
He's
from
not
Texas, man. I
he's
don't know
not
nothing about
polarizing.
Temple, okay?
Okay. Did y'all do that for Kevin Sumlin at Texas A&M?
No.
Okay. So there's my point. I have no problem with.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
This ain't no new taxes either. You asked the question.
Tell me who to support.
Exactly.
Can't do that.
Exactly.
Calm down, Coach.
I don't have to calm down. I'm not telling you who to support. I'm just saying
me
if
say
you want to
this.
say that approach, if you want to say that approach, I'm saying if we talk about a black coach changing these kids' lives,
There's a lot of good coaches out there, but Deion Sanders has a bigger platform. And this is what I see.
there you go.
This is why you see or you hear my support of him and what he's doing.
There you go.
And you know what? I love Bucky's YouTube stuff. So we don't want to stop the cameras because guess what? It's a lot of people that's getting fed off of those YouTube videos because they're cutting them up and they're getting paid. I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm telling you, I'm subscribing to those guys because they trying to feed their families too. So bless them all.
But Maria, you just said something exactly. I didn't say stop. I said calm down. I was keep my word. I said we got to calm. And again, the question was Alexis asked me, what would I do? I didn't say he needs to stop it. The question was posed, what would Coach Hayes do if I was Coach Prime? But that's again, we run away with what I was saying, my hypothetical, if I was the head coach. And next I said, calm down. I didn't say you had to stop it. But right now, winning games right now as a program is more important than social media as a whole. In my opinion, I'm not saying it doesn't have to come back. I'm not saying it should go away. I just said that, and I'm done with it.
If those players are actually taking time to watch all the YouTube videos, they got a problem. You know,
but we don't know that. We don't know that. But Maria, you wouldn't know that.
But you know what? Look, I see Big Dog Chico getting a little tired of this conversation.
No,
I'm
me too.
call in on another time.
Call me anytime. You got the number.
Thank you, Miss Marie. I wanted to say this though.
Oh, go ahead.
When you said from a coach's point of view, right? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're portraying. You wanted to give it from a coach's point of view rather than the coach's point of view, because I feel like I'm coming in a sense. Let me say what I'm saying. Let me finish. Like you said, I'm talking calm. I'm looking directly in the camera. I didn't cough.
Y'all be talking semantics on here, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Talking calm. I'm looking in the camera. I didn't cough. That's what you said, right? I'm doing the same thing.
I don't know. I'm not screaming. I'm just talking, but go ahead. Like your delivery, your demeanor.
Hey,
go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm coming from a coaching perspective in a sense of we can't. People say I'm trying to hold off or whatever, but I'm still coming from a coach's perspective in the sense of you asking me what do we do next, what happened, this, that, and the other. I'm pointing out what happened. I'm pointing out who and such, but I'm relying on the film and the eye in the sky, right? I'm also telling you what will happen in the coach's room, how I will handle it. These are all coaches' point of views, coaches' perspective. It's just different type of coaching perspectives. So if I say that, you know, I wouldn't do it this way, or I wouldn't cut out, let's say for instance, social media, I wouldn't calm down on anything because my point of view is that's the way the world is, and we need to play.
Chico, did I argue that? I didn't argue about that.
But
I'm just telling you. Lexus asked me what would I do, so I gave her my thing.
Yeah,
you came and said, and I didn't say, "See, Chico, you don't know what you're talking about. Social media killing this team." No, that's your perspective. You're more than welcome to that point of view.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
So I said all that to say this: when people are asking you about hater or whatever, or how you're speaking on it, and then you're saying you came into this with wanting to put out there the coaches' perspective, which is cool, which is 100%, which is what I love. But also you have to realize there is other coaches' perspectives too, right? That doesn't necessarily go against
or go with what I have to say. Yeah.
Right.
And one time, Chico, that you brought up a coach's perspective that I said you wrong.
I don't know, but I could be. You know, I don't know. Did I say that you were wrong either? Did I say you were wrong?
Chico, it's not always tick for tack. I'm asking you a question.
Right.
You said, Coach Hayes, when you brought up this channel, you have to realize that their coaches can do it a different way. And I was saying, because this is a debate show, when you bring up something from a coach's perspective, I've never said you were wrong about any. It's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Right.
The only variable is the cat. I mean, the only constant is the cat.
And so
the way you do it is 1,000 ways.
The point I'm trying to make is this: if we both coming with a perspective, whether it's a coach's perspective or a fan's perspective, there are going to be people on either side that's going to agree with you, or they're going to agree with me. Some of them in the chat's calling me a hater. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Some of them saying that Coach Hayes is a hater. He don't know what the heck he's talking about. But those are two different perspectives that we have. Not right, not wrong. It's just coaches are like from the inside out looking at projecting this for everybody to understand. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Hayes is saying from his point of view as a coach, he would do it like this, that, and the other. And I'm saying,
but can I stop 1 second? I said my channel, not this show.
No.
But I'm saying I was telling Marie that when I started this channel was about giving behind the scenes, under the hood, from a coach's lens to a fan. That's all I was saying. But she was like, calm it down now. Calm it down. When I was just simply saying, but I was saying, because if people can't understand, what I was trying to say was, when I said, if people can't understand that, then there's nothing I don't know how to help them. I'm trying to give you a behind the scenes look how coaches interpret it and do things. That doesn't mean what I'm saying is 100% right. That doesn't mean how Coach Prime interprets and does things. It's just from a coach's.
That's why it's a debate show, people. That's why it's a debate show. When Coach Hayes said he'll calm down, well-off media, and I say, calm down. What do you mean calm down? I'm not saying he crazy, stupid, wrong, or dumb. We're debating this right here. And what do you mean trying to see? I almost addressed the comment that was just crazy. Anyway, Big Dog Chico is not a hater. He is a politician. Don't forget to vote, people. See how you started that? That's you started. That's you and your no new taxes.
I know. No new taxes.
Yeah, that's you.
Because I have to be very honest. When people ask like yes or no questions, we got to go all around the world to get back sometime. That's how I just
I feel like I'm giving a full perspective of Chico is choosing violence. What debate say? I'm trying to give a full perspective and an understanding of why I answer the question rather than just saying yes.
So can I ask a question? Why do you think so many people in here have that kind of comment about your commentary?
The same way they have about your being a hater. What? Because that's their thought. It's one or the other. They're gonna feel your way or my way, like I just said 5 minutes ago. What do you mean? Why do so many people have?
No, I'm asking you. Say, yeah.
Why do so many people?
I just asked what
they think. That's what they think. I'm not worried about that. I'm telling you what I feel from my perspective. Simple as that. If they feel like, oh, Chico is a Coach Prime pants rider, then that's what they feel, dog. I ain't worried about.
I feel you. So why does the word cult hurt people's feelings when you got the beehive? Hold on, you got the beehive out there. You got all these people that are super fans that don't think nothing. Like if I be like, man, Beyonce can sing, but she can't sing.
All right, you better watch that before the beehive on here.
I don't get like, hey, man, what that boy Trick say? Boy, I grew up with roaches. Ain't nothing wrong with what a bee gonna do. That's what Trick Daddy say. Care about no beehive.
$80. Man, I grew up with roaches. I don't care about no beehive.
Care about no bees.
Hey, cult definition: a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. A relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarding by others as strange, sinister, a network of Satan worshiping cults. All right, a cult of personality surrounding the leaders. So none of these definitions of the word cult or anything that you can put with it has any type of positive type of
no. So what I'm saying
with it.
So what I'm saying is
Colorado cult. It sounds cute, but the word cult doesn't sound advantageous or it doesn't sound in a positive way to put around Coach Prime when we just read those definitions of it right there. I don't agree with that. Because
the reason I call it Colorado cult, because y'all believe no one can do, he can't do any wrong. He's a human being.
And I disagree with that. Nobody say he can't do no wrong. Where'd that come from?
Man, boy, you must don't be in it, bro. Please do me a favor. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you believe that people think Coach Prime could do no wrong.
He's done so much good.
No. See, that's right. That's the political piece. When I be saying you try to smooth over. The question was very simple.
Nothing.
The question was very simple.
What?
The question was, put in the chat a thumbs up if you believe, if you've heard or seen people here acting like Coach Prime could do no wrong. No wrong.
I don't understand that, because we just talked about who was to blame, and we said the head coach. How is that not doing no wrong? We just talked about, I don't think Travis Hunter should have played as many plays. Who is that fall back on? What are y'all talking about? Y'all,
but you won't say that. You won't say, you know what,
Coach Prime? I said that earlier.
No,
what you want me to say? Coach Prime is the one. Coach Prime should have.
No, I'm not saying that.
What?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Chico. I'm not. Listen, we could go back and forth about this, but if I say to you, well, dog, well, who's responsible for having him play that many plays? You won't say, you know what, Coach Prime. Oh, you come in. Well, you know, the DB coach got to be there. The quality control guy.
Because it's the truth. It's the truth. Who's responsible for him playing that many plays? First of all, it's going to be.
Okay, hold on. Can I stop?
No.
I'm asking you, who's responsible for Travis Hunter playing that many plays? I didn't ask you directly.
Listen right quick one time with our snapper. For one, if you guys follow the program, you'll know that Coach Prime is not a micromanager, meaning that he's not all over his position coaches who are prime example. Coach Prime said Kavasier Smoke is a dog, but Coach Flea makes the calls of who playing. I'm not a micromanager. I'm gonna let my coaches who coach them make the call. I don't care about those thumbs up, dog. I'm telling y'all.
I'm showing you.
And maybe
you
y'all will
said
learn.
no, because you just said nobody thinks that. Nobody said that. I'm showing you all these thumbs up, and these on your side too.
On your side,
and these on your side.
Think one way on this side. Who
They're
cares?
these are your people.
The point is this.
These are your people.
I'm making my point of this. If you follow Coach Prime, you'll know that the man is not a micromanager. All right. So the first thing is who's going to make that call is going to be the position coach. Okay. Secondly, I'm the head coach. I'm going to ride with what the position coach says. He said he's ready. I'm going to ride with that. Ultimately, the head coach can overrule that and say, "No, don't have him do this," or he's on a pitch count, or whatever he wants to say about it. That's what I'm saying. And that's simple. That's facts. That's no matter what program you go to, the head coach has the final say-so, which is why these things fall at the foot of the head coach each and every time, win, lose, or draw. If there's a problem out there, they're going to say, well, he shouldn't have played. Whose fault is that? It's the head coach's fault. Although the head coach is going to ask the DB coach first because he has the closest direct contact with the player. So if he puts him out there, I'm going to ride with it. Unless I see something obviously.
Who made a decision he would play both ways?
Who made
at the beginning of the season? At the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, who made a decision that Travis Hunter's coming to Colorado?
Who you think made that decision? You talking about both ways? You talking about the head coach? Yeah.
Okay. So who made that decision when he came back from injury that he's going to play both ways?
What are you are you trying to what are you talking about?
All right, let me rephrase it.
No, you don't have to rephrase it because I just
you asked me what am I talking about. No, this is what I'm saying. There's never a direct answer. Before the season, who made a decision that that Travis Hunter would play both ways?
The same person who made the decisions, who I just said made the final decisions on everything I just talked about. It's the head coach, no matter what way you try to spin it.
So do you really think that do you think that Coach Prime went to the DB coach and the wide receiver coach and say, hey, you want him to play both ways? Or do you think
he went to the DB coach and said, is he able to play DB? Yes. He went to the wide receiver coach and said, is he able based off what he done at practice and what we've observed? Yes. Okay, then. He gonna play both ways.
So Coach Prime made that decision, not those guys. They just said, yeah, he's available.
Okay at first, coach.
Who has to okay it? Who has to okay it?
The position coaches who
practiced
them all week.
He didn't okay it before he said it when he was getting his Louis luggage. He telling you he gonna play both ways because he a dog. So now you're gonna think Coach Prime got to get permission from an assistant coach when Coach Prime is the one that's saying, he said in the press conference, I got to make sure his wind is up, that he's able to play. He said that. And you think now he's gonna go through a hierarchy to make a decision? Come on, dog. Stop.
He's coming back from injury. He's not coming to sign with the team. He's coming back from injury. All right. Anybody knows the hierarchy of a football coaching staff and locker room, especially one with Coach Prime on it, based off of what his coaches themselves has said. The man is not a micromanager. He lets us do this. He lets us make these decisions. He's going to ride with it after we evaluate it and make them together, basically. He's the head coach. Of course, he's going to have the final decision. If that wasn't the case, then why in the world should we have coaches meetings? Why do we have to, if the doctor says he's clear, the kid says he's clear and ready to go, he's been practicing all week on offense and defense, what decision is there to be made at game time? What are you talking about?
The same question of, you've been off 3 weeks. Can he handle the payload of 100 plus plays?
See, you talking about the play count now. And I said
you're talking
about whether he playing both ways. I said previously that the play count
is on who?
I said previously the play count should not have probably been 100. And I know
I know what you said. I'm asking you who's responsible for the high pitch count.
Said that. Who was responsible for that call, of course, is the head coach. What are you talking about? I said that earlier.
You can say his name. You don't want to say his name? Because remember, words matter. That's what you told me. Say his name. Say it.
Who's the head coach? You say his name. You like to say it. Who's the head coach?
You can't say his name,
Who's
dog.
the head coach? You smiling.
You can't say his name.
Go ahead, say
You
his
won't say his
name.
name.
Who's the head coach?
Who's wrong in that? Who's wrong in that? Who's wrong?
Hey, man. Shouts out to Coach Pollock. Straight out of South Georgia, man. Coach Pollock.
You can't say his name, dog. Golly.
Man, y'all wild.
You can't say it. Hey.
Y'all wild.
So you can't say Coach Prime was wrong.
Hey, y'all put it in the chat. Put the coach's name in the chat that Coach Hayes talking about.
You can't say it out loud, dog. You don't want to get slipped. Come on, Chico. Come on, dog.
What I'm talking about. I'm in Hawaii.
Well, you can't say. You want to say it? I'm talking about. I'm
not in Colorado.
I'm talking about snipped on the video, dog. You can't say the man name, dog.
Snipped on the video. What are you talking about? I'm in Colorado. I'm in Hawaii.
You can't say. Why you just can't say? You know what, Coach Prime? Coach Prime was wrong for having him out there 150 plays.
Man, listen, man. You can say what you want to say, dog. I just said what I
Say
need.
it.
I
You
just
can't
said
say
what
it, dog.
This guy here, boy, golly, dog. Boy, y'all
You can't say his name, dog.
We need to go get some of that makeup on like Shannon Sharp had this weekend.
Because I'm dead up in here. Come on, man.
Oh, wow. See, look. Mr. Overdose said, Chico, you're worse than them fools on Fox News. See there? I got some hateration too, they saying. So, you know, you got some people that's blind to the fact and
why can't you say,
listen.
Why can't you say his name, dog? Why can't you
are
say his name, dog?
Hey, y'all, wow. Beetlejuice.
Debating makes the show knowledgeable and entertaining. Thank you, RG, $5. Great weekly show, brothers. Debating makes the show knowledgeable and entertaining. Hopefully, they keep winning. Haters are getting comfortable. I agree.
God dang.
All right, man.
Yeah. Boy,
Well, listen. There's a bye week here for Colorado. We about to go and get up off this deal, I guess.
There is a bye week. Yeah, there is a bye week. All you gotta do is say your name. Say your name. Knock it off my shoulder. Knock it off my shoulder.
Baddest man hit my hand. Baddest man hit my hand. Baddest man hit my hand.
Coach Hayes used to walk around the schoolyard, bump his shoulder with the guy. Hit me again. Hit me again.
I used to throw them. I used to do one of these. Niggas say
something. Do the mush?
Yeah. Right in the temple. By the time Finney be dizzy.
Man, come on now. Y'all wow.
That's
y'all
amazing.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, y'all run up in the chats. Let me know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all think.
He got receipts.
Is that Chico can't say that because Coach Prime got receipts? Okay. That's crazy. Y'all obviously don't listen. Some people got listening problems, and I understand that. Some people do. Some people just don't understand. All they hear is the yap, 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 ah, and they don't understand the ins and outs of what goes on, dog. You feel me? I'm out here in Colorado. I'm out here in Hawaii. I cannot get cut off. How can I get cut off?
I apologize. I missed. So 157 snap. Who thought that was? I missed it. Who thought
it was? Listen, man. Listen.
No, I'm saying, not fault, but I'm saying who's in charge? Hold on. I apologize. Hold on. Who's responsible for him playing 157 plays? Who was it again? I forgot. Who?
What?
Travis Hunter played 157 plays. You thought that was
come again? Say what?
You thought that was quite a few plays that he played. I missed. I couldn't catch it. What? My headphones went out. Who'd you say was responsible for him playing 157 plays? Who was it?
Man, listen, man. Like I said earlier, everything's gonna fall back onto the head coach's shoulders. Anyways, win, lose, or draw. Player plays 100 snaps. They're gonna criticize the head coach. Player plays 20 snaps. They're gonna say he ain't play enough. Whatever it is, of course, the head coach is gonna get the pushback on it. You understand what I'm saying? Who's the head coach of Colorado? You know who it is.
Who is it?
You know who it is. The GOAT, the guy who didn't pay for a gold jacket, but he got one. That's who it is. You understand? The one who's coming up there who made the prime effect, who changing lives, who went from 56,000 followers to over 1 million. You know what I mean? Who had over $30+ million in economic impact probably in the area of Boulder. You feel me? One who's brought in multiple scholarship players from all around the country to give them opportunities in a place they probably would have never had it at in Colorado, where the percentage is 1% black. You understand what I'm saying? You're getting guys opportunities. You're getting staff members opportunities from all over the country that would have never had it. Young black professionals coming to Colorado, getting that stamp of approval or whatever on their resume to go do their thing after this. These are all opportunities created by the one who you're saying or won't say his name on. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand the total impact of what's going on here. It's about wins and losses, but it's also about impacting lives that's being changed and affected by the things that this man is doing and has done. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Hey, Ray, also thank you for the cash out, Ray. I missed it, but I saw it. Thank you, Ray. It said if I ever commit a crime, I want Chico as my key witness.
Hey, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You better be trill about yours though. You feel me? I'm not gonna stand up for nothing. You better be trill about it. You better be consistent with your with your activity. You feel me? But I'll tell you one thing: winners don't like losers, losers don't like winners. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Extraordinary don't like mediocrity. You know what I mean? None of that. So it's a difference. Chico, you sound like you come out of the comic book. Word, see what I'm saying? Next week, Chico going to be saying, "What's happening?" These folks' troll game is serious.
And dog, can I say this? That's your side of the fence now. I don't want to be
clear. What side it come from?
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
People that follow Floyd Mayweather and Coach Prime and people like T.O. just to see them. You know, I want to see Coach Hayes tell off Chico with his big face.
And me too. They follow me to hate me.
Yeah, so I ain't worried about that, dog.
Hey, hold on. That's like the dude. Hey, that's like the dude that was on the show. Coach Hayes, I unsubscribed for your channel because you're a hater.
Yeah.
But hold up. How you left that comment, dog? Hold up. How you left that comment, dog, when you got to be a subscriber to leave a comment?
Well, I'm going to subscribe.
Got him.
I'm going to unsubscribe after this.
God.
Some of you guys, you know, it's cool. I'm not worried about that. But some of you guys got to understand the dynamics of the situation. Now, when we play my theme, dog. Because here we come to get you. All you haters out there.
All I know, bro.
And wherever else in this world. Coach Prime is doing his thing. And
say his name? Did you just say his name?
You already know what time it is. Tell him how we gonna come. Tell him how we gonna come. Now,
listen up, y'all.
Time, man. Run them likes up one time. Get in them comments, spam that chat one time before we get up out of here, cuz.
Listen up, man. Hey, we had a good time tonight. Believe it or not, no love lost. It's all fun. It's all debate, dog. We have a good time talking about this. Both of us on the road. Chico, if I'm not mistaken, you're on the road to 20,000. I'm on the road to 40,000. We had 36,700. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Do the same on Chico, Big Dog Chico's side. We'll check him out for daily content. Come on this side. We got all kind of stuff. If you're a Kane fan, you don't want to miss tomorrow. I'm about to wrinkle some feathers up in this joint. We will be back next Tuesday at 8:30. We got a bye week. Talk about that as well as the UCLA game coming up. And maybe I'll gain some more fans and followers and lose some haters. Talk to me, Chico.
Oh, man. Appreciate y'all joining in. Y'all make sure y'all tune in like Coach Dave said next week. Same time, same channels. We're right here, man. Y'all haven't checked out the Prime Parents yet. Make sure you do so. Log on, join, like, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. We up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah.
Peace.
Here we come to get you.
Man, somebody pass me my Colorado concoction.